The following is a special presentation of the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Well, it might be week one of the high school football season, but guess what, folks? Tonight's game may determine the conference champion. Already, it's Penn Trafford and Gateway. It's a battle of the bell, and we are live from Penn Trafford High School here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Alongside Sean Benjamin, I'm Dan Flickinger. We have Dustin Beck on the camera, Dave Oliverio on the controls here tonight. The Warriors come in after a pretty easy win when you look at it on paper, 42-7 over their rivals last week in Norwin. So the Warriors are 1-0. Gateway also comes in with a 1-0 record. The Gators spoiled Bob Pelko's coaching debut last week at Mount Lebanon, beating the Blue Devils 46-20 last Friday. We welcome you inside the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. FSQ Sports Training in Level Green. Will you outwork your competition? Beautiful new turf here at Warrior Stadium, Sean, and I know they kind of christened it last week against Norwin. That was a great team to christen it against, but to play the second game ever on this new turf against Gateway, it's a pretty good team to do it against too.
Yeah, when they made these schedules a couple years ago, and you put Norwin and Gateway back-to-back in the first 2 weeks, week 0 and week 1, it's a tough road to hoe, but, the Warriors are up for it. They came out firing last week and looking to do the same tonight.
The Warriors, again, took the opening drive last week against Norwin down the field and scored. They went no huddle and ended up leading 14-0. The first touchdown by Gabe Dunlap and then a 68-yard run by Caleb Lisbon. Norwin would make it 14-7 after one, but in the second quarter, PT tacked on 2 more scores. Dunlap hit Lisbon on a 37-yard pass. Ethan Carr found the end zone on a 19-yard run to make the score 27-7 at halftime. Lisbon would then run one in from 45 yards. Dunlap connected with Carr on an 82-yard strike. Both of those touchdowns in the third quarter. That put the Warriors ahead 42-7, and that would be the final score. Lisbon against the Knights, his last season in a Penn Trafford uniform, he started it off with a bang. 172 yards on 11 carries, 3 total touchdowns. Dunlap finished with 131 yards on the ground, plus a touchdown. Through the air, he only completed 3 passes, but for 133 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Penn Trafford's defense limited Jack Salapak, a Division I quarterback for Norwin, to just 17 of 31 for 134 through the air. Chase Burke, one of the seniors being counted on at the linebacker spot, he had 11 tackles. Penn Trafford did not punt once. So all of those things pluses. A couple of things, though, that John Ruane said the team needs to clean up, Sean. They did have 11 penalties last week, had 2 touchdowns called back because of them, also had 3 turnovers. Now, week 0, those are things you can live with. As you see, it is youth night tonight as well. The midget football players, 7th and 8th grade guys, are huddling with the team. That's a pretty cool thing to see. But week 0, you can clean those things up. As a coaching staff, you kind of have that in the back of your mind, even though you're not telling your players it's okay. Right. But they're hoping that doesn't happen tonight, because if it does, Penn Trafford's going to be in trouble. They got to limit the penalties.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the biggest thing and the biggest bugaboo that the Warriors have had the last couple seasons is starting a little slow. Having those penalties that they have to clean up. That's something that the staff focuses on each and every year. And week 0, a lot of coaches still treat that as a second scrimmage. It's a tune-up. It's a little bit more amped up for PT because they do play Norwin. That's their chance to play their rival. They want to get that game in, and they want to do well in it. But they definitely want to start good and eliminate those penalties. And I'm sure that was a big focus this week.
Coming up on the FSQ Sports Training pregame show, we will talk with head coach John Ruane of the Penn Trafford Warriors. And Sean, we've been covering Penn Trafford football for 10 years now, and I think Penn Trafford has played Gateway, I want to say, in 8 of the 10 years. John Ruane has also been the head coach for 10 years. So the same question we ask him every single year, and that, of course, is how awkward is it to teach at Gateway and coach at Penn Trafford? And I said to him this week, I said, does it get any easier? And he said, actually, no. It's actually gotten a little more awkward. You teach these kids in high school, and you care about them as a teacher. You want to see them succeed academically, but you're also game planning against them for this week as well. So it's a tough week for him, and as you know, his coaching staff as well, a lot of them teach at Gateway. Kind of an awkward week, and they're very much looking forward to having this week end, but both teams want to have it end with a win.
Right, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always an awkward week for him and the staff. A lot of the guys, like you said, they come from Gateway. They all played at Gateway. They teach at Gateway. So a lot of them, have Gateway blood, but for the last 10 years they've been Warriors, and they've learned how to treat this rivalry as is. It's a tough week for them, but they do well, in their game preparation and in teaching and having to teach everything and getting all the ridicule and everything they get all week. But at the end of the day, it's football. It's a sport. It's fun, and the Warriors they'll come out.
Our countdown is on as we are just over 23 minutes away from kickoff between Penn Trafford and Gateway. Indeed, John Ruane in his 10th season, 77-24 career record. And when you look at the other side, Don Hall is in his 4th season for Gateway. He has a record of 34-8, and he has just done a tremendous job. The Gateway Gators obviously have had a tremendous program for a long time, but they had a couple of lean years there before Coach Hall took over. And again, he's brought the tradition back to Gateway, not that it left for a very long time, but again, there were a couple years where they weren't the same Gateway team. But now they're the number 1 team in the state. Yeah,
they bounced back in a big way, and got that championship a couple of years ago against Penn Trafford, the game we got to do, and also went to the state title game and got that taste. And, that just it permeates through the school and through the team. And, that just the staff is just getting better and better every year. And now they put themselves in position to be the number 1 team in the state, to be the focal point. And that's where Gateway loves to be.
Gateway opened the season, as I mentioned a little bit ago, spoiling Bob Palco, who, yes, left West Allegheny to coach at Mount Lebanon. But Gateway beat them 46-20 last week, and the game was completely dominated by a guy you're going to be hearing about all night long. That is future Division I player Derek Davis, who racked up 277 total yards and 4 touchdowns last week, 3 rushing, 1 receiving. He went for 173 on the ground on just 10 carries. And by the way, a couple of those carries were for losses. He finished with 104 yards receiving. Gateway accumulated 566 yards of total offense, including a 320-93 edge in rushing. New quarterback for Gateway this year is Bryson Venanzio. He completed 16 of 24 passes for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns, as we get a good look there of the Penn Trafford marching band. Gateway committed no turnovers in the game, so they were pretty much mistake-free. Jaquan Thomas, Patrick Bodie each caught touchdown passes for the Gators. Gateway held a 6-0 lead after 1, so it was a close game after 1, but scored 21 points in the second quarter to eventually beat Mount Lebanon. And Davis finished the scoring with a 64-yard jaunt. And Sean, when you talk about this Gateway team, I know it starts with head coach Don Hall, but it definitely, in the players, starts with Derek Davis, has 26 offers, Division I offers. And we're not talking about small Division I schools here, Sean. We're talking Alabama, Clemson, Florida, Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State. You name the college, they probably have offered Derek Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a stud player for Gateway. And that's what they expect there. They expect to have these players roll through their team, and that's what they expect. We seen it 2 years ago in the championship game. That was kind of his coming out party. He had a whale of a game, in that championship, dominated in so many different phases and helped the Gators get that WPIAL title against the Warriors. And he's just turned it on since then, the last couple seasons. And now with all these offers, and 1 year to go, the future's bright for him.
No doubt about it. Again, the Division I offers have just been coming in left and right for him. I think their most recent one was Florida. Although when you look at read some things online, now of course Derek would only be able to tell you this for sure, which I'm sure he's not saying publicly, but 247 Sports is predicting he'll go to Penn State. He's made 7 visits there. We'll see, obviously, if that does come to fruition.
Would make sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense with the connection. Former Gateway coach and athletic director Terry Smith is an assistant coach at Penn State. Rivals rank Derek Davis 5th in the state at the position. Last season, As a sophomore running back, he ran for over 1,200 yards and 20 touchdowns. He'll likely play defense in college, perhaps linebacker, but we'll see, obviously, if that does come to fruition. Also for Gateway, quarterback Bryson Venanzio is a transfer from Kiski area. He actually started against Penn Trafford in 2017 while a member of the Cavaliers. He was a backup to Brendan Majoka last season after starting as a freshman and sophomore at Kiski area. So he starts as a freshman, starts as a sophomore at Kiski, has to sit out last year. Not sit out, but he was a backup quarterback a season ago to Brendan Majoka. And here he comes now as a senior quarterback leading this Gateway team, and there's weapons all over the place. So his transition, I'm sure, has been rather smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. He came in last year, got to sit behind a really good quarterback, learn the system. Wasn't thrown in right away to, having to learn and play at the same time. He got to sit down, learn it, learn the players around him, and, he turned out a great performance in week 1, and looking to capitalize on that week 0. Capitalized the week 1. Still getting used to that.
I know, and we're never going to get used to it. I think week 0 has been around for maybe 4 years now, and it's just impossible to get used to. I think it'd be a lot easier if they just had week 10 instead
and
of
college
week 9
calls
and just
it week 0
push
too.
it
they
back.
Started that.
Yeah, I don't really understand the whole logic behind that, but that's where we're at. Again, Gateway ranked number 1 in the state in Class 5A according to Penn Live's latest rankings. The Gators have won 6 WPIAL titles. The last one they won was against these Penn Trafford Warriors. Sean and I were there calling the game. That was 2 years ago in 2017 when Derek Davis came on the scene as a freshman, and we knew big things were going to be coming from him in the future, and they indeed were. So we talk about Derek Davis. How about the guy on the other side? He's pretty darn good too, and that is Caleb Lisbon. He has offers from Navy, Albany, Delaware, and Fordham. And the one thing that John Ruane loves about Caleb Lisbon, Sean, is the fact that his motor just absolutely never stops. He plays safety, he plays running back, he's been a workhorse for Penn Trafford, and when he was a sophomore, we saw how good he could be. He played in that WPIL championship game a couple of years ago, and he's only just begun his senior season. He's gotten so much better, too. Yeah,
no doubt. Each and every year he's gotten better. We've seen a little bit that it was a 3-headed monster that first year when he was a sophomore. Then he kind of, took the reins over last year, and now it's his show. He came out last week, had a big game to start the year, and they rallied behind him. He's a big leader for the team, and that's what you expect out of a top player.
Lisbon a season ago ran for 1,329 yards and 19 touchdowns. Again, he had a big game against Norwin as well. Gabe Dunlap can be even better this year, according to John Ruane. The pass game has gotten better in the offseason, and of course, Gabe has always been a running threat. And when you look at this Penn Trafford offense, not only do you have, of course, Lisbon returning, Dunlap returning, Ethan Carr has been a wild card for this team. Last year, he actually started the year quarterback against Norwin, was replaced at halftime by Gabe Dunlap. But I remember, Sean, last year, John Ruane said, listen, just because he's not going to be starting at quarterback, he's still going to be a very big part of our offense. And he has caused matchup problems for opponents. That's a guy they're going to need to step up tonight, too. And I don't want to say confuse Gateway, but put him in spots where you're going to be able to have him make plays.
Yep, they can move him around. They put him on the outside. They can put him in the slot. He can get in the backfield, take a direct snap. He's 6'3", so he does create that matchup issue. Started the game off last week with a kick return for 43 yards to start the game. Got the ball to midfield. It took 2-3 plays, and the Warriors were in the end zone. That's what he can do. He is that wild card that can set you up and take the heat off the other guys for a little bit.
Well, we are going to step out here in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network. You are watching the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. Before we hear from Coach John Ruane taking a look at what else is going on tonight in the 5A Big East Conference, Plum and Franklin Regional are playing tonight live on WSN. No score in that game quite yet. Connellsville is hosting McKeesport tonight. The Falcons got an opening win last week against Uniontown. In the non-conference contest tonight, Latrobe, which defeated Derry last week for the first time in a few years, will host Plum, and that game has kicked off as well. We're looking at a 7:30 kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Coming up next, you'll hear from the head man of the Penn Trafford Warriors, John Ruane, right after we take this time out.
Need to see a physician on the weekend? Excella Health Primary Care Weekends offer convenient medical care when your doctor isn't available. For minor illnesses and injury, Excella Health Primary Care Weekends. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday and Sunday in Latrobe Hospital, Excella Square at Norwin, and newest location in Greensburg, behind Westmoreland Hospital. Walk in or make an appointment. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org, search Weekend.
That's the power of Bowser.
The power of Bowser just got more powerful. Introducing Bowser Chevrolet, now in Monroeville and Beaver Falls. Shop our huge selection of new and pre-owned cars. Save time and money. Put Bowser Chevrolet to work for you. Get the best price on a new Chevy up front and guaranteed. Before you buy anywhere else, get to Bowser Chevrolet in Monroeville and Beaver Falls.
That's the power of Bowser.
This is offensive tackle Derek Sutherland, and the Warriors play here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The FSQ Sports Training pregame show continues from Warrior Stadium as we get you ready for Penn Trafford and Gateway. And now we're being joined by the head coach of the Penn Trafford Warriors in his 10th season, John Ruane. And Coach, I know you had more penalties than what you would have liked last week, a couple of turnovers, but you had to love the way you guys played to open the season. What were your thoughts on the 42-7 win over Norwin last Friday?
Yeah, we weren't without mistakes, but I was happy with the effort we played with. I thought we tried to play fast and we tried to play very physical. And we played good defense against a very, very, very good quarterback in Salapak. And, we were just happy. We were able to run the football pretty well. Definitely some corrections to be made, though, in all three phases, and especially the penalties. I mean, that's a killer. You know, you hope that's a week zero jitters type of thing, and you can shake that out of the system moving forward. But the effort I'm very happy with. Much better start than the last three seasons, to be honest with you.
That's what I was going to ask you, Coach. Week zero, I mean, is that – I don't want to say you expect those type of things, but being so early in the season, is that something that you can kind of correct quickly, you think?
You hope so. I mean, we watched we always say the most important film you watch all year and really in your career is your first game. Mm-hmm. You can see the speed at which you are or are not playing, and you can see mistakes, and you can see why things were called holds and things like that. So it's certainly correctable. We're going to have to do a good job of correcting it very quickly because our next opponent, it's not going to be so easy to hold and have 11 penalties and get away with it.
For sure. You guys took the opening drive of the game and marched right down the field to go up 7-0. You really think that kind of set the tone at home, big crowd, and you guys got on the board quick like that?
Yeah, it was a great start. We went no huddle, and we tried to speed up the tempo of things and put a little heat on Norwin to start. We just didn't like the way we did things the last few years. We thought that might be a good way to get some momentum. But our line was coming off the ball very good. You know, Caleb and Gabe both ran very hard on that drive. And I think that kind of established us as far as the rest of the night.
Offensively, you guys threw the ball 8 times and ran it 39, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, you guys ran the ball so effectively, you didn't need to put it in the air much, right?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few more pass plays called than 8. Gabe just kind of scrambled and took some yards as he could. But, we were running the ball effectively. We liked the way they were lined up defensively. That kind of helped us make our mind for us. And, you know, that should be our strong suit. We have a lot of returning players up front. We've got a returning running back and a returning dual-threat quarterback. So we definitely want to establish the run game every single week. And, to do it early Friday was a big deal.
You already mentioned how well your defense played against Jack Salapak, who is a Division I quarterback. You limited him to just over 130 yards passing. What do you think the key was defensively to kind of stopping Norwin's passing attack?
Well, I thought we did a good job of getting in their throwing lanes. He's really, really good at throwing slants and little hole routes, and I thought we did a good job of taking those away. We took away their quick game on the perimeter. I thought our corners tackled outstanding. We got a good rush from our defensive front, and the defensive front stopped the run, which allowed us to drop an extra guy into coverage, which was a big deal against the quarterback of his caliber. So I think we just played really good team defense collectively. I don't think anyone totally stood out, but a lot of people played really well.
Well, I do want to ask you about one guy, Coach. Chase Burke, he had 11 tackles against the Knights. It has to be such a plus to have Chase playing so well early in the season because, as you said, the linebacker spot probably has the least experience coming back this year with losing Nico Rosso. So to have him step up, I'm sure you're looking for big things from Chase this year.
Yeah, for sure. A guy with experience that knows what he's doing. Chase is an undersized guy, but he plays his butt off. He was all over the field Friday. Not only did he have a lot of tackles, he had a lot of good coverages. And, he's definitely someone we're going to lean on defensively. He's got to make plays for us to be successful. And on the flip side of him was Sam Finelli, who I thought also played an awesome game. Mm-hmm. He covered outstanding. He made a lot of plays in the backfield. So the two of those guys combined, I thought, had really good games to start the year.
Turning our attention to Gateway, and Coach, we've been doing interviews for 10 years now, and we ask you the same thing every year, and I know you're getting sick of hearing it and talking about it, but, of course, with you teaching at Gateway, I just have to ask you, has it gotten any easier these weeks leading up to the Gateway game? I know how tough it is on you with teaching there. Has it gotten any easier now in your 10th year?
I'd say the opposite. It's getting more difficult.
Okay.
The novelty of it's kind of worn off, and it's just awkward. It's not, I don't know. No one's an idiot about it, or no one's, disrespectful about it. It's uncomfortable. You got a lot of kids in class that you're game planning all week to try to beat, and it's just weird. So, I don't know. There's no animosity or anything like that, but, it's not an ideal week for me working at both places.
Is it strange playing such an important game in the first week of the season? I know that, obviously you're looking at it game by game, but when PT Gateway play each other, it seems like it should be towards the end of the year. And also, does it help to play Norwin early in the year to kind of get ready for Gateway? You guys have already been in the big atmosphere and played in a big game already.
So two parts. It is awkward to play so early because typically the game has so much meaning. Mm-hmm. It's a long season ahead after this, so it's not going to make or break either team. But, we're betting on that this game's going to mean a lot as far as playoff seeding and conference seeding and all that kind of stuff. So, you got to be ready to play right away. In years past, you had the ability to maybe have a couple exhibition-type games and get those under your belt and work out the kinks, but not here. You got to kind of be ready to go right off the bat. So playing Norman, I think, definitely does help. Our kids, this is rival week number 2 for us with Gateway. So I do think that playing a rival, getting a big game feel, I think that was huge for us. And, that'll pay dividends, I think, this week. As far as, no nerves, getting the jitters out. We were under the lights against a big opponent with a big crowd. And so I definitely think it was beneficial.
I'm sure you've been asked this question a few times by various media members, but Derek Davis, obviously all-world player for Gateway. When you see him on film, and you saw him up close too, what makes him such a special player?
He does a lot really well. He can tackle, he can cover. He's a big physical kid, and you can tell he's a very smart football player on top of all that. So he's someone that's very difficult to prepare for, both sides of the ball. Then he goes and returns kicks and does things in special teams as well. So he's a high school kid at the same time, and we got to take our chances with our game plan and not live in fear of anything. And but we'll definitely be cognizant of where he's at all times.
Other than Derek Davis, Coach, what else stands out to you about this year's version of the Gateway team on both sides of the ball?
Speed. This is arguably one of the fastest Gateway teams we've seen. They got some young, tall, fast receivers. Their edge defenders are fast. Tui Brown is one of the best defensive players in the WPIL. Mm-hmm. And, they make you make decisions very quickly, and they make you be physical. And, they're very fast on defense. They're very fast on offense. They can spread the ball around. So it's a typical Gateway team. They're well coached. Coach Hall does an awesome job. Regardless of who's in the lineup, his plan works. And, we definitely have our hands full, as does everyone who plays them over the last few years.
And finally, Coach, your keys to victory here tonight.
We got to make every possession count, with regardless of scoring or not scoring. We got to possess the football and keep it out of their hands. That's a given when you play Gateway. They can have more possessions than you, and you got to make them earn it. We can't turn the football over for sure. Turnovers against them, they foul points right away. And we have to be awesome in the kicking game. The worst thing about playing them is their deadly kick returners. And, it's a phase that doesn't get enough credit. So we're going to have to cover kicks very well. We're going to have big returns in our game. But we're just going to have to play harder than them. That's all there is to it.
Coach, thanks so much. Go have some fun out there tonight. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach John Ruane of the Penn Trafford Warriors here on the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. We'll continue from Warrior Stadium right after these messages on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is proud to announce the opening of their new banquet facility. It's perfect for sports banquets, Christmas parties, and weddings. This new facility can hold up to 180 people, so if you have an event coming up, Manor Valley Golf Course can host it. Golfers, they specialize in league play, fundraising outings, and have great membership rates. Give them a call at 724-744-4242 or online at manorvalleygc.com.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors!
Penn Trafford Warriors getting set to come out on the field. The Gateway Gators are on their sideline, and what a atmosphere here tonight. It is a packed house here at Warrior Stadium, and here come the Warriors on their new turf with the gold numbers, the gold end zones. Heck, they even have gold field goal posts here, Sean.
Everything's gold nowadays. Looks great. Big atmosphere, big crowd. See if the Warriors can come out big tonight.
Once again, this is the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. FSQ Sports Training, how will you outwork your competition? I want to thank Tim Cortazzo for his sponsorship and support of our broadcast. He also trains the Penn Trafford football team, and no better guy out there to do that. Look at the crowd here tonight here at Warrior Stadium. You saw a quick shot of the student section, and it is just packed here, a packed house, which is what we expected. I know we have a lot of people tuning in tonight, so we definitely thank you for watching this broadcast here tonight. I want to thank Dave Oliverio, Dustin Beck, who are behind the scenes as we get set for the second coin toss, if you will, the fake toss, because they already had the official coin toss before the game. I don't know that I ever got an explanation on why they do this now, but this is just for show.
Yeah, they get it all taken care of, so... Excuse me, when you come out here, they just show the sides. They put a show on for the crowd, and it's time to go.
Penn Trafford has won the toss. They will elect to receive. So we will see the PT offense first as we take a quick look at what happened last week in this conference. Of course, nobody played a conference game in Week 0, but pretty successful one. Everyone's 1-0 overall in this conference. Franklin Regional does not play a Week 0 game. Franklin Regional and Plum are playing tonight, and actually we have a score on that game. They're tied at 7 with 4:28 left in the first quarter, and we will keep you up to date with all of the latest scores throughout the evening as well. Jeanette leading Leechburg 13-6. Trinity up on Greensburg-Salem 6-0. Derry was up 7-0 on Freeport, but the teams are now tied 7-7. And how about this? Penn Hills and Latrobe tied at 7 with 3:22 left in the first quarter. McGuffey also up on Clairton in the first quarter. So there's some scores for you on our scoreboard. Derry just scored. They're up 14-7 now over Freeport.
Penn Hills maybe having a little bit of a hangover after the big loss to Pine Richland last week. That was a big one to start the year. I'm sure they'll bounce back.
Can't keep them down for long, for sure. Also coming up at halftime, the Penn Trafford softball PIAA championship team was recognized before the game, before we got on the air. We recorded it. We're going to have that for you coming up at halftime. Coach Denny Little and his girls, what a tremendous run they went on in the state playoffs. I actually had a chance to talk with Coach Little here for a couple of minutes as he came up after the ceremony. He was fashioning off his rings.
They look pretty nice. Shiny.
Here we go. Jason Jenkins will tee it off for Gateway. A run up by Jenkins, and the left footer will pooch one And it will take a bounce off a Penn Trafford player, and now the ball is up for grabs. A big scrum down there. We'll see who's going to pick it up. A pooch kick by Jenkins, deflected off of one of the Warriors. Gateway player had a shot at it initially.
It bounced off the Warrior player right in. It looks like PT got it back.
Wow.
Big. Great call by Coach Hall there to go after that little dump kick there. Put it right in between, right where perfect placement. It bounced off the Warrior player and almost recovered by the Gators.
So we will see Gabe Dunlap and company starting out offensively here for Penn Trafford. 5 seconds into this football game. Dunlap will go from the shotgun, the 6'1 senior, crabbing motion to the left. A fake by Dunlap. He gets hit hard. He loses the football. Penn Trafford recovers, and now a flag is thrown. Flag down on the turf. A huge kiss by one of the Gators on Gabe Dunlap.
Great read on that play by the Gators. They weren't fooled by the counter. Big hit. Put the hat right on the football, and the ball came loose. You see Carr come down in motion here. He'll motion down. He'll give that fake toss and then come back with the counter, but not faked at all.
Jaquez Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor with a nice play.
Taylor, 6'1", 240-pound junior, and the flag, by the way, was picked up. And now we have whistles. Officials are going to respot the football. That's a loss of 8 on first down as Taylor with the big kiss. And now what's going on? Gateway's coming off the field. John Ruane's coming on the field saying, what is happening here? John Ruane off your camera shot is almost, there he is right there at the bottom of the screen, almost near the hash marks. Well, this is strange.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on there.
Penn Trafford got back on the football for sure. Official coming over. Okay, that means they're waving off the flag, which we understood. Okay, repeat second down. Well, we knew that. Or not repeat second down, but it is second down. I don't know why Gateway went off the field there.
It looked like they were told they were getting a football, but
yeah, they went off the field celebrating. All right, this is an interesting way to start the game, folks. If you just tuned in, we had a pooch kick that Penn Trafford the Gateway nearly recovered. And then on first down, Taylor smashed Dunlap. He lost the football, and now we have, for some reason, confusion between the Zebras. I don't think this is the way that the fans, the coaches want this game to start here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this referee staff maybe had a game last week or a scrimmage, but they're starting a little slow tonight.
They may be on week 0 time.
Yeah. All
right, Penn Trafford breaks the huddle. Facing a second down and 18, and it's officials still waiting here. York leading Uniontown 12-0 early in the second quarter.
Gators coming out in a 3-4 look, walking up their outsides, playing man-to-man across the board.
3 wide receiver set for Dunlap. Gabe Barks takes the snap, option play here to the near side. It's Lisbon, and Lisbon will get a few of those yards back that Penn Trafford lost because of the fumble, but he'll only pick up about 3 to the 34-yard line.
Good job by Dunlap there. He read that walk up on the outside, baited him, pitched it out to Lisbon. No Allen with the block out there. Got to stay with that.
Play made on the edge there by Gateway. And that was Jaquan Thomas making that play. Here's third down and long. Time initially here for Dunlap. Now he's going to fire one down the field. It's caught! Caleb Lisbon skying up to make the catch. The 6', 205-pound senior. He can catch out of the backfield. You can also split him out wide.
Yeah, that's a double under routes. And Dunlap bought a little time. He saw Caleb Lisbon on that deep inside route, about 12 to 15 yards, caught him across the middle. Nice play by Lisbon. Warriors are on the move.
Skying up, using his hands. He just plucked that ball right out of the air as Lisbon will get the call on first down here. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Dunlap keeping it himself, and the white shirts surround him and bring him down. The three guys up front for Gateway, as Sean said, a 3-4. Kelvin Nelson, Jared Coleman, Jacquez Taylor. The linebackers, Tui Fumina Brown, we'll keep an eye out for him as well. He's a good one. Aiden Smith, Jay Johnson at the inside backers, also Jaden Hurt, the other outside backer. Sonny Communell and Patrick Bodie at the corners. Shane Thrift and Derek Davis are the safeties. 2nd down and 8 from the 43-yard line. This is Lisbon off the right side. Lisbon makes a nice cut, steps out of a tackle. Lisbon driving himself forward for a first down. Down to the 35-yard line. He needed 7, got 7, and Caleb Lisbon, you'll see, step out of a couple tackles. Probably should have been tackled before the yard to gain.
Yeah, did a nice job finding a crack. He got into it, broke that tackle right there on the 41, and just kept his feet moving. Big gain, first down. We're staying on the move.
Penn Trafford back with their entire offensive line from a year ago. John Ruane said the first time in his coaching career that he's had his offensive line, all 5 of them returning. Going to take a shot here, and the pass is going to be overthrown near side of the end zone. Ethan Carr was the intended receiver. And on the coverage, I believe, was number 8, Derek Davis.
Good coverage there. Staying step for step with him down the sideline. Jaquan Thomas is on the coverage there, number 6.
Yep, 6, not 8, Thomas.
Yep. They're trying to test him early, trying to get Carr over the top. 2nd and 10.
Thomas, the 5'10 senior. Lisbon in the Wildcat, going to take it himself off the left side. Tough sledding, though. Not much room for Lisbon off the left side. He picks up maybe a yard or 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Obviously, anytime you go into a big football game, turnovers are a big issue. And, of course, the trenches are so important. Again, Penn Trafford with a very veteran offensive line. But there's some big guys up there, too, for Gateway, in a couple of juniors and a senior up front for the Gators.
Yeah, that last time they brought in Peyton Kelly, shifted him from the right to the left, get a little more meat on that side, try to run behind them. Gators were ready for it there. Big 3rd down.
Yeah, no gain on the play. 3rd down and 10 from the 34, first drive of the game. Lisbon will motion to the left. Dunlap takes the snap, has time. Now a late rush coming on. He's going to fire across the middle, and it's incomplete. No flag down. The pass intended for Ethan Carr, broken up on a nice hit by Zachary Smith. 5'10", 160-pounder.
That's twice now tonight that Dunlap has waited, bought some time, and threw that deep in route across the middle. He hit Lisbon earlier. That time Carr just couldn't squeeze it. But they seen something all week and worked on that deep in route. They get about 15 to 18 yards there. And now 4th down, and it looks like the Warriors are going to go.
Zach Smith with a big play for Gateway, and yeah, Penn Trafford in kind of no man's land here, so they're just going to go for it, needing 10 yards. Splitting out far to the right is Vecchio. Play fake. Dunlap with time, unloads one near side. It's incomplete. He had him. Boy, good protection there. That was just kind of a misfire from Gabe Dunlap. He had plenty of time, and he had Carr open.
Yeah, he had Carr open. He also had Chase Vecchio coming across on the slant. You see on the replay here. You know, he works downfield, came across. I think he probably would have had enough for the first down, but he went to Carr, went to his big target. And now the defense for the Warriors has to come out and play big.
We want to congratulate our Week 0 Permane Brothers Westmoreland County Player of the Week, Colt Harper of Southmoreland. Colt ran for 86 yards and 3 touchdowns, plus had 2 interceptions in the Scotties' win over Mount Pleasant last week. He receives a prize pack from Permane's on East Pittsburgh Street in Greensburg. He's also featured in an article you can read right now on westmorelandsports.com. As Penn Trafford not able to stop the big guy, Derek Davis is off. 26 Division I offers for this man, and he starts out the game with a 66-yard touchdown run.
1 carry, 1 touchdown. That's how Derek Davis works. Didn't get a chance to see him last year, wasn't able to do the game, but looks just like he did in that championship game 2 years ago. Just a zone read play here. Pulled the guard coming through.
He just slipped through that little crack
quick
there.
Power, yep.
What's that little cut?
This
one here
by Lisbon.
I would say Gateway did a nice job at the point of attack, Sean. They're blocking but then the rest of it was Derek Davis.
Yeah, Derek Davis making a couple moves, missed tackles out there. Warrior defenders have to squeeze him down and have to come with thunder and bring that power, get him off his feet.
9:01 remaining first quarter. 66-yard touchdown run. Gateway up 7-0.
This is Ted Kopus. Running your county government is like a winning football team.
Touchdown!
It takes dedication, teamwork, and leadership. As your county commissioner, I'm working hard every day for your family's future, bringing new jobs here, battling drug abuse, and caring for our seniors and the disabled. I've never raised taxes. This is Commissioner Ted Kopus. With your vote Tuesday, November 5th, I will always give my best to make Westmoreland County a winner. I'm Ted Kopus. Enjoy the game.
Paid for by Committee for Kopus. Visit tedkopus.com.
Back here to Warrior Stadium, the ensuing kickoff after the touchdown run going out of bounds. And Penn Trafford will start with pretty good field position here after the long touchdown run by Derek Davis. 66 yards, 7-0 Gateway, 9:01 mark of quarter number one. And much like last week, Sean, Davis does not disappoint, unless you're a Penn Trafford fan, of course. But in terms of him racking up yards, he had 277 total yards of offense a week ago.
Yeah, just right where he left off, coming out firing. Kind of a great play, make great cut, broke a tackle, and he was off.
Left hash, the ball is spotted. And they'll fake the sweep to the left, and Dunlap has running room, crosses the 40, first down as he gets to the 50-yard line. Dunlap can run it too. He has improved, I think, his passing game since last year, as John Ruane actually said on our kickoff show, but also he can do things like this.
Yeah, tough guy right there. He loaded up, had a trips look to the left side that time, brought back with a counter, faked that jet sweep, found a crack and got up in it. Warriors stayed on their blocks. Good blocking downfield, Noah Allen. Or that was Chase Vecchio, my fault.
First down right at midfield. 8:31 remaining here in quarter number one. Handoff to Lisbon, tough sledding. Gateway controlling the point of attack. Lisbon will pick up a yard, making it second down and 9 yards to go. These two teams played, of course, last year. 27-7, the victory for Gateway. Penn Trafford actually scored on the opening drive last year, a long opening drive against Gateway in the Swamp, and things were looking good, but the Gators ended up scoring 27 unanswered points. It was Dunlap getting the only touchdown for PT last year. Brendan Majoka had 2 touchdown passes. Derek Davis, Courtney Jackson each scored twice for Gateway. Since 2004, Gateway has won 10 of the 13 meetings against Penn Trafford, but there's definitely been some thrilling wins for the Warriors, as we are going to have a timeout here called by Penn Trafford. 7 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in quarter number one. We'll be back on the Westmoreland Sports Network after this message.
Stay up to date on the latest happenings in Westmoreland County sports in our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday on westmorelandsports.com. We take a look back at the week that was in Westmoreland County sports with any news you may have missed during the week, like updates for high school football, soccer, and volleyball, area coaching changes, individual accomplishments, and so much more. Grab some coffee and start your week with our Westmoreland Sports Notebook every Monday this fall on westmorelandsports.com.
This is defensive lineman John Harris, and you're watching Penn Trafford football on Westmoreland Sports.
Seven minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in quarter number one. How about Latrobe and Penn Hills, Sean Benjamin? Tied at 14.
Yeah, Latrobe staying with them, doing a nice job. Weathering the storm there in the beginning and staying right with them.
That's a game, even if you end up losing, it's you can definitely gain some confidence if you can play with them. Lisbon on the carry, sheds a tackle in the backfield, now bounces outside, and Caleb Lisbon, for all of that work, will get a couple of yards. He should have been tackled in the backfield, but again, the athleticism shown by Caleb Lisbon. Such a fun runner to watch.
Yeah, definitely. At the time he didn't really have much, had to bounce it outside, got out of the grasp with Derek Davis there. Just wasn't able to pull him down. Got a nice game, 3rd and 5. Manageable 3rd down here for the Warriors.
That was Taylor again in the backfield trying to bust up that play. Nearly got his hand on Lisbon. Definitely did slow him down, though. He has been good from his defensive end spot so far for Gateway. 3rd down and 5 from the Gateway 45. It took one play for the Gators to make it 7-0 thanks to Derek Davis. From the left hash, it'll be Dunlap taking it straight ahead. He has a 1st down and a little bit more. Crossing the 40 to the 39, 38-yard line.
Just a zone play there, just direct snap, run the zone. Had the double tight look, Peyton Kelly to that side. They spread it out while, that's a John Ruane wrinkle there, to spread it out while playing double tight, went with that 5 wide look. And a nice call to get the 1st down.
1st down from the Gateway 38. Dunlap's going to keep it himself off the right side, spins inside and gets down to around the 34 for a good gain of 4 on 1st down.
Yeah, the Gators are playing a lot of cover 0. They're bringing up, they're playing everybody. And what that does when you play cover 0, that forces you to run the quarterback a little bit more because you can't count for that other defender up in the box.
Again, Gateway ranked number 1 in the state according to Penn Live. Also the Penn Live rankings having Penn Trafford at number 4 in Class 5A in Pennsylvania. On 2nd down and 5, it'll be Lisbon off the left side. Little cut to the outside, trying to get to the numbers, but the Gators able to string him out and hold his gain to just a couple. Will set up a 3rd down and manageable for Penn Trafford. Of course, if you talk about the keys to this game, Sean, it has to be keeping the Gateway offense off the field. As you just saw right there, it only takes them a couple plays, maybe even just one, as you saw in their first drive. But these long drives are what the doctor orders for Penn Trafford, but they got to score.
Yeah, they have to. Last time they got similar area, just wasn't able to get that 4th down conversion. Now we got 3rd and 1.
Dunlap's going to go with an empty set. And the senior quarterback has it off the left side. 1st down and more. Crossing the 20, 15, 10, and he's dragged down just shy of the 5-yard line. Gabe Dunlap takes it himself and picks up a big 1st down, and the Warriors are knocking on the door.
Warriors giving a lot of empty sets against that cover 0 look. They're playing a lot of empty sets, going with double tights, moving the receivers on different sides. One time you might see them in trips. One time you might see 2 and 1. 2 to one side, 1 to the other.
How about that block by Noah Allen, Sean? You mentioned Allen earlier blocking well. He destroyed one of the Gators there on the outside. I think that was Parks. 1st down and goal from the 3, and it's Dunlap stepping inside, and Dunlap takes it down to the 1, even though he gets hit backwards to the 5, but forward progress has him to the 1.
This is going to be a game where we're going to see Dunlap have a lot of carries just by the way the Gators are playing defense. Just that cover 0 look is forcing the quarterback to have to run a little bit more, go with the empty sets. And I'm sure we'll see a mixture with Lisbon coming in and carrying it also.
Hunter Dow, among others, in on the tackle for the Gators.
Sam Finelli in right now.
2nd down and goal. Finelli wearing number 21, the 5'9 senior, split to the left side. Here's Dunlap. He has a hole, and he has 6. So Gabe Dunlap does it with his legs, and Penn Trafford has cut into the Gateway lead. It's 7-6.
Big drive for the Warriors. Big response. They had to come out similar to what they did last series. This time they focused a little bit more on the run game, stayed away from the pass game. And Gabe Dunlap coming out and running the ball well. Last week he had 12 carries for 129. He's coming out and starting a good game tonight.
Extra point by Schlesinger is on the way, and that kick is good. It's a 7-7 ball game. 5:01 remaining here in quarter number 1 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your Ultra HD flat screen, just in time for football season. And the overtime you worked for that 3rd car, so your teen can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Alex Hetrick sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Alex understands what your things really mean to you. Talk to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today.
Good luck, Penn Trafford Warriors from Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Martin & Martin Tree Care serves the Penn Township community in Westmoreland County, handling tree removal, tree trimming, tree pruning, and stump grinding. For a free estimate, call 412-818-0417. That's 412-818-0417. Family-owned Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Proud to help keep the area beautiful.
A big thank you to all of our wonderful Penn Trafford sponsors this season of Warriors football, and Schlesinger with a beautiful kick as it's taken coming across the field all the way to the near side, stepped out of a couple PT tackles, and somehow, some way, the return man for the Gators, Shamor Price, the 6'1", 175-pound junior, skates all the way across the field and has the return up to around the 30.
Yeah, did a nice job of getting out of a couple tackles. That could have been a big start for the Warrior defense there with a big tackle, but he was able to get out of it.
This is a look back, Sean, at that huge third down run by Gabe Dunlap, and of course it was a lot of Gabe with his legs on this scoring drive for Penn Trafford.
Yeah, empty set there, went with the trips out of the empty set and just went with the zone play, found a crease, got into it, and big play for the first down.
So Gateway, one play and a touchdown. Again, their quarterback, Penn Trafford, saw him a couple years ago, Bryson Venanzio. And we have movement up front for Gateway. Starters for Gateway offensively, Jaquez Taylor, the left tackle. The left guard is Jared Coleman. Hunter Dow is the center. Kevin Nelson at right guard. Pete Zalakis is at right tackle. The wideouts, Jaquan Thomas, Patrick Bodie. We'll also see Shane Thrift and Jaden Hurt. The running backs, Derek Davis, Jay Johnson, the fullback tight end, and then Bryson Venanzio, the quarterback. Up front for Penn Trafford defensively, Dylan Schmidt, Josh Cheplik, and also at the defensive end position for the Warriors, Peyton Kelly, Sam Finelli, Cole DeFilippo, DeHaven McClay for Penn Trafford at the linebacker spot. There's a quick hit for PT, holding the gain on a first down and 15 to just a few. Chase Burke, who had a big week last week, the other linebacker for the Warriors, had 11 tackles. In the secondary, Fry, Lisbon, Fry and Allen. We have Nate and Mason. Nate Fry, the free safety, Mason Fry, the corner, and again Allen and Lisbon also in the secondary for PT.
And that was Fry that came up to make that tackle on the last play, got some help, held him up.
Second down and 12 from the 26-yard line, and a low snap. It bounces into the hands of the quarterback Venanzio, and then he airmails one to Thomas. Third down and 12. A couple of mistakes on this drive early for Gateway.
Yeah, it started off with the penalty with the false start, and now this time bad snap. Tried to get that deep post route there.
He had him open, Sean, but perhaps the bad snap kind of fooled the timing of the play.
And these are the situations the Warriors need to get defensively. They need to put them in third and long, make it a tough go, forcing a timeout.
Third down and 12 when we come back. 4:09 remaining here in quarter number one. It is a 7-7 game, and the Gators facing a third down when we continue on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Give your taste buds a taste of Italy by biting into a slice of pizza at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford. Voted by the readers of the Tribune Review as the best pizza in Trafford, Dom offers 17 unique toppings for you to choose from. Also try Dom's specialty pizzas, all made with 100% olive oil. Dom's Pizzeria also has wings, hoagies, calzones, wraps, and pasta, all at affordable prices. Eat in or take out, and we deliver. Call 412-372-DOMS. Cavan Avenue in Trafford, and a proud sponsor of tonight's Warrior Player of the Game.
I'm Penn Trafford lineman J.R. Chick, and this is the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Third down and 12 for Gateway. Over the middle, pass is caught, but a huge hit by Lisbon. And the Gateway receiver that caught it is down.
I think he's got enough for the first down, that deep in route coming across.
Colmunel making the catch, but a huge hit by Caleb Lisbon. I don't know, Sean, maybe a little bit of a generous spot there, I thought. We'll see if we can catch it on the replay here.
They crossed up the Warriors a little bit on defense. They had Derek Davis flow out of the backfield underneath route, and then that deep in behind it.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't think he got there. They're going to give him the first down,
yep,
but
right on.
What do you think? You think he actually got the stick?
I don't, but a big call.
Yeah,
big.
There's no
call for the Gators there.
There's no red flags, unfortunately, in high school, at least not yet. But yeah, he looked like he was about a yard short of that lead stick, but the officials gave it to him, and Communell also down in pain right now for the Gators. He is a 5'11 senior.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like he might have a little bit of a cramp there. But a big play there. Big play, big pickup there on third down for Gateway.
I want to say hello to our good friend Steve Vinton, who is watching the game right now. Could not be here tonight. He runs Penn Trafford TV, does a fantastic job as jogging off the field under his own power is Communell. That's so close, so close. And it's where the ball is, not his feet, but
right. Generous, but a first down for the Gators. Warriors have to just shake it off and get back to it.
I think that's a big early first down right there, Sean, for Gateway. Penn Trafford had just scored a touchdown. They had a bad snap to Gateway that kind of threw the timing off one of the plays, and they also had a penalty, so they were behind the sticks, and they were still able to pick up a first down. Floating one is Venanzio to nobody. Pass was closest to Tui Fumina Brown.
And the Warriors crossed up there in the secondary. They had number 4 Patrick Bodie all by himself deep down the middle of the field. And Fry chasing the corner route there. Definitely got to get that squared up.
Jeanette leads Leechburg 27-6, 2:22 left in the second. Pine Richland leading Hempfield 14-7 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter there. Yawk 18, Uniontown nothing. Second down and 10 from the 38. Davis has only carried the ball once. He carries the ball here, and Penn Trafford says, no way, not again. As he will lose a yard, actually, back to the 37-yard line. He'll set up a third down and 11. Guys up front, Penn Trafford running those 3 defensive linemen, doing their job to allow the linebackers to come fill that hole, as you'll see right here.
Yep, did a nice job, gap responsibility. Guys came up.
Burke was in there.
Make that tackle.
Sam Finelli as well.
Third and long again. These are the situations the Warriors need right here.
2:59 on the moving clock, 7-7 score. Davis is going to flare out to the right side. Venanzio not looking that way. Steps up in the pocket, fires, and the pass is caught. Hard hit down to the Penn Trafford 39-yard line, but Bodie hauls it in. Nice throw by the quarterback Venanzio, and he finds him on a third down and long.
Nice job by Bodie there. You'll see on a replay here, he comes across, looks like he's going on the underneath route, but he could feel the space. And when he gets that space, he just jumped right into it, gets the first down. Big play for the Gators there again. Third down, 2 big third down conversions.
Brad Ford laying the lumber for Penn Trafford, but it didn't matter. He hung on. And here's a wildcat, and Davis finding running room as he will get a first down and more inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Well, of course, one of the other keys, Sean, when you have Gateway behind the sticks, you must be able to stop them. If you have them third down and long, you have to get off the field. It's still very early in this game, but if Penn Trafford continues to do that, John Ruane's going to point at that certainly after the game.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on third downs right now. That's big category to be on top of.
And again, some third down and longs. Venanzio flares one out to the right side, and a quick hit. Thomas making the catch. Chase Vecchio was over there. I believe Mason Fry also coming in to make the tackle for the Warriors.
Did a nice job coming up to make that tackle.
See Fry at the top of the screen here, along with Vecchio. Vecchio makes the initial hit. Fry actually didn't get to him. He actually got his jersey knocked off his shoulder pad there by Patrick Bodie. But a good tackle for PT. Second down, 14 after the loss of 4. So Gateway continues to move backwards, but are still picking up first downs. Able to step out of a tackle. This is Jaquan Thomas for Penn Trafford, or for Gateway. They initially had him strung out, but he is able to get back those 5 yards that Gateway lost and then some to the 23-yard line.
Sam Finelli did a nice job getting off the block, coming up, is able to get a hand on him. You see the replay here, he takes on the block, has another one come at him, he was able to shake it off and get a hand on him, but the cavalry was lacking behind and wasn't able to come up and swarm him, setting up a third and 7.
Can't fault Finelli for that effort for sure. Here's a quick pass. Gateway's now going to throw it towards the end zone. Lisbon there, and he intercepts it. Caleb Lisbon picks it off. Gateway going to the trick play, and Penn Trafford says, get that out of here.
Big play that time. Lisbon jumping up. They went with that quick screen pass, and then they tried to throw a little double pass look there. And Lisbon wasn't fooled at all. He was waiting for that deep route. You can see the Warriors maybe worked on that in practice. But they go with that stack look outside.
That was Hurt that threw the football with the rushing Vecchio on him.
Quick throw and a big play there for Lisbon.
Thomas
stopped the drive.
Thomas, the intended receiver. So Gateway picks up some big third downs. They couldn't do it there. You wonder, Sean, to me, if Don Hall is maybe being a little bit too creative right now. You know, you give the ball to Derek Davis on the first play of the game offensively for Gateway. He rumbles for 66 yards and a touchdown, and you think they'd feed him a little bit more than doing what they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah, only 2 carries on that last possession. Really putting the ball in the air a little bit, you know, spreading them out. And now you wait and see, you know, what they're going to come out with next time. But yeah, a little curious to see why they didn't really feed them the ball off that first possession.
Westmoreland on the Gridiron is back for a second season this fall, every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Westmoreland on the Gridiron features a lively discussion on some of the biggest stories in high school football, a breakdown of all the games, plays of the week, and some special interviews with a coach and a player every week. Westmoreland on the Gridiron, you can hear it every Wednesday, 7 o'clock on WestmorelandSports.com. We thank Rich Bowen, the Hempfield coach, for joining us last week on Westmoreland on the Gridiron. Sean Benjamin, you'll be able to hear him as well this season on the Gridiron. And speaking of on the Gridiron, how about Gabe Dunlap showing off the legs again? Huge run for Dunlap out to midfield. First down, Warriors.
Empty look, taking advantage of that cover 0. They seen it after the first possession. Gateway walking up their outside backers, also playing cover 0. They're playing a lot of empty look, getting him close to the line. Good blocking up front. Created a gap for him to get, and he's beat to the corner, and he was off. Big game for the Warriors.
First down and 10. And one more time, it's Dunlap. Gets banged around and taken down at the 46. We're under a minute to play here at Warrior Stadium.
Dunlap only had 12 carries. He might be getting close to that in the first quarter tonight. Big game for him. You can see he's starting to feel it. Second down and about 6. Warriors with an empty look again.
See if Dunlap goes to the air or perhaps another quarterback draw. It's been all Gabe Dunlap the last 2 drives for Penn Trafford. He fakes the draw. Now he looks to throw, finds an open receiver, but he throws it behind the intended receiver. That was Ethan Carr. Boy, he had him, and that was a great play call, Sean. He faked the quarterback draw, stepped back and had an open receiver, but just missed it.
Yeah, and then just had his feet kind of shuffling a little bit when he threw it. Wasn't able to get it. But you see right away, you see Noah Allen break free across the middle there. Then you see Ethan Carr. There's space out there with that cover 0 look that they're playing. And they're starting to drop back into a little bit of a zone, but they're finding the creases. Just got to get the ball in there.
Third down and 6. Clock is stopped with 21 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. All the action on WSN. Dunlap, another empty set. Drops straight back and misfires on the pass to Carr. Been trying to find Ethan Carr, but has not been able to connect with him quite yet. And we also, I believe, have a marker down. We do. We'll see what this is all about. And a big call on a potential 4th down and 6 right now.
Illegal man downfield.
Pick up the official call, and indeed, it will be an illegal man downfield. That penalty is declined, of course, by Gateway. And it is 4th down and 6. What will Penn Trafford do here?
Yeah. Right now, 1 for 4 on 3rd downs, the Warriors are.
Yeah, punting unit is coming out on the field. So they'll try to pin Gateway deep. punter for Penn Trafford is Josh Huffman.
First punt of the year.
That's right, yeah. PT did not punt the ball once last season. Huffman is a young player. He is only a freshman. Beautiful snap right to him. Huffman gets it away, running up and making the catch of the football at the 15, shed the tackle at the 20, and gets taken down shy of the 25-yard line. On the return for the Gators was Sonny Communell, so he's back in there after spending some time on the new turf here at Penn Trafford. So, Sean, you live in the school district. Have you talked to a lot of people about whether they like the new turf?
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
They love it?
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
It looks good. Definitely was, it was voted upon and it passed. A lot of people in the community like it. It's good for all sports. You got championship soccer teams, championship lacrosse teams. You got teams that, everybody can use this turf, and it's great for the community. They leave it open. You're able to get onto it at any time, use the track, whatnot, and it's just a great facility here.
First down and 10 from the 24. And much like PT was doing, Venanzio now on an empty set. And we have markers and some movement up front. The reason I ask you is because, to me, I love the creativity of it. The gold numbers, the gold end zones, also the gold field goal post as well. I love it as a player. But I feel like some people would be like, maybe that's a little bit too much. But I like it personally.
Yeah, it looks good. As long as they didn't go for the gold turf, try to get that Boise look.
Yeah, that's a little too much, like Bell Vernon.
Yeah, Bell Vernon did that. Just not good for the eyes.
And the new logo as well at midfield, too, here at Penn Trafford. Kerry Hetrick and company and the school board doing great things for these students. There's a dump off by Venanzio, and it's dropped by Davis. A little drag route over the middle, and Davis just could not hang on to it, and that will be the final play of quarter number 1. We'll flip sides and go to the second quarter. It's 7-7. Penn Trafford and Gateway, a battle of the bell here tonight on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
When you're in pain or suffering from an injury, all you want is to get back on your feet, back to living your life. At East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, that's what we've done for 35 years. Our staff is skilled, experienced, and compassionate. Our facilities are modern and welcoming, and our focus is on you. So if you want to feel better, play better, and live better, call us today or visit one of our 6 offices.
East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
You can follow Penn Trafford Athletics on Twitter at PT Warriors for the latest Warrior game results, pictures, news items, and more. That's at PT Warriors.
Hi, I'm Kerry Hetrick, Athletic Director of the Penn Trafford Warriors, and I would like to wish all of our Warrior sports teams, clubs, organizations, everybody in the school the best of luck. Go Warriors.
Great shot of Warrior Stadium here. Westmoreland Sports Network as we get set for the second quarter. Alongside Sean Benjamin, I'm Dan Flickinger. And on a second down and long, Davis will get the call. Nothing off the left side, maybe a yard or 2. The thing about Davis, though, Sean, you can keep bottling him up, but it only takes one play. So the defense really has to have, a lot of, I guess the word would be what?
Yeah, you definitely want to bottle him up. You don't want that big play. The big play capability is what makes him dangerous. And now third down for Gateway. They're 2 for 3 tonight on third downs.
Here's third down and long. Venanzio play fake to Davis. He's going to load up. He's going to throw one down the seam.
Nice job.
And it is intercepted by Penn Trafford. Wow! What a pick by 26, Nate Fry.
Nate Fry with a great play, great read there coming down. You can see on the replay here, he's seen they must have worked on it this week. He got his drop, kept getting depth, seen that post route and stepped right in front. Great play for Nate Fry.
Beautifully done by Fry. Went up, high pointed the ball, and that's what you have to do against these Gateway receivers. They have so much athleticism. They're going to go up and make plays. You have to go up and battle them for the football in the air. That's exactly what Fry did right there.
Back-to-back turnovers for Gateway on back-to-back possessions.
PT has it at its own 48-yard line, and Dunlap this time going to throw one behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a pass now down the field, incomplete. So PT going to their bag of tricks. It was Ethan Carr, and why not? Again, he is also a quarterback, the backup for Penn Trafford. He throws it to Allen, but overthrows him.
Yeah, that time tried a little trickery there. You got your other quarterback able to throw the ball a little bit, so they get him out. Tried to, similar play that Gateway ran when they got intercepted down by the goal line.
The word I was looking for, Sean, was discipline on defense. You have to have a lot of discipline when you're going up against this Gateway offense because, again, it only takes one play for them to hit a big one on you.
Right.
Here is Lisbon off the left side, tough sledding. It's just Finelli, actually, that will carry the football. Another thing, too, Lisbon going both ways and has such a high motor, you have to be able to give him some breaks here and there. And right now, I think Lisbon on the sideline for Penn Trafford. As, again, that was Finelli who carried last.
I think we had some movement there. We've seen a flag fly. Big third down here for the Warriors. Warriors are 1 for 4 tonight on third down.
Play clock only has 25 seconds on it, and it's stopped, actually. Something new this year as well in high school football, a 40-second play clock, although, again, I'm not sure why it stopped at 25 right now. It's supposed to be 40 as soon as the play ends, and then it just rolls.
Right.
Third down and 9 from the Penn Trafford 49-yard line. Driving motion towards the formation by Vecchio. Dunlap down the middle, incomplete. Getting his hands on the football was Jay Johnson, the linebacker for Gateway, the 5'11 senior, as he dropped back, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, you could see that time he eyed up Lisbon the whole time, had him right there. Little crab motion. Had Lisbon number 3, and just tried to shoot it out to him. Punt team on again for the Warriors.
Lisbon was there as well for Penn Trafford. Fourth down and 9. It's a fake! Finelli! 20, 15, 10, and close to the 5-yard line. Sam Finelli with the direct snap. Riverboat Ruane does it again.
The Riverboat Gambler there. Got that fake punt. Good call right in the middle of the field. They get the first down in a big game. Sam Finelli. Nice job. Turned on the Jets there. I thought he was going to get to the end zone. But just a great call. Great sell by the punter. Just a good job all the way around for the Warriors.
45-yard gain. They'll actually spot him down at the 7. Thought he was a little closer than that, but Lisbon will now motion out of the backfield. Dunlap going to keep it himself. Dunlap cuts inside, bangs off a couple of bodies, and gets close to the goal line. Little option, if you will, a run-pass option for Dunlap. He could have flared it out to Lisbon or kept it himself. And with the way he runs the football, he just keeps it himself and tries to get all that he can there on first down and goal from the 7 and gets down to the 2.
Yeah, that time just went back to their quarterback zone, direct snap. Bread and butter. This time they got Lisbon in the backfield. Tight end wing to the left.
Now Lisbon will motion to the left. And this time it's a straight run for Dunlap, and he gets taken down on a nice defensive play in the backfield by Malachi Moore, number 33. Maybe we'll pick up 1 yard. Third down and goal from just inside the 2.
Another third down for the Warriors.
Lisbon in there right now for the Warriors, along with Ethan Carr, splitting out to the right side with Lisbon, and Noah Allen split out far to the right as well. Will Dunlap try to take it straight ahead here? 4-down territory for the Warriors, I would think. They do have a good kicking game as usual. Dunlap to the goal line. Does he get in? No signal yet. Everyone's saying touchdown down on the field except the officials. And still no signal. Nope, fourth down.
Fourth down. That was close there. Really close. We see on the replay here. Looked like he squeezed it in there.
Man, it's tough to see right there.
Yeah, very tough, but it looked like he was there.
Here we go. On fourth down and goal from the 1. Kind of a high snap. Dunlap to the end zone here. He lost the ball, though. Gateway gets it on a fumble on fourth down and goal, and it's Jaquan Thomas coming up with the fumble. The snap wasn't a very good one here. You'll see it on the replay. Snap goes to the right of Dunlap just a little bit. But right here, it looked like Dunlap was going to get in, but instead he just lost the ball.
Yep, popped out.
It looked like Fumina Brown may have caused the fumble, and it was recovered by Thomas. Now they're going to spot the ball back, however, because Thomas's knee was down when he picked it up. So Gateway is going to start at its own 4.
Got a big stop error for Gateway coming off the fake punt. Big play. Warriors thought they had it in on 3rd down.
So a great drive for Penn Trafford goes by the wayside, and Gateway has the football back. As that run will go out across the 10 to around the 11-yard line, a 6-yard pickup for Derek Davis.
Just a quick hitter that time to Davis, just to get some breathing room, get him up to around the 10-yard line.
8 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Gabe Dunlap with a 3-yard touchdown run, a 66-yard burst by Davis, and we have a timeout. 7-7 score. We'll be back to Warrior Stadium right after this on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Chamber of Commerce for Westmoreland County is one of the largest chambers of commerce in the Commonwealth. We work on workforce development. We work on the county's comprehensive plan, economic development, transportation, and building businesses that affect our community.
Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce, building business, connecting communities, and empowering everyone.
I'm Penn Trafford head coach John Ruane, and this is the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Thank you very much, Coach Ruane, bringing us back from break. Westmoreland Sports Network, second quarter action on WSN. Don't forget, you can watch back to all broadcasts and listen back to our audio broadcast on westmorelandsports.com. All of the games are archived, so if you want to go back and watch this one, you can do so as soon as the game is over. Nice tackle. Davis looked like he had some room off the left side, but getting his ankles was Josh Cheplik, the experienced senior, 6'1", 275-pound defensive lineman.
Yeah, did a nice job that time getting a hand on him. Create that 3rd down, 3rd and short here. Big play for the Warrior defense. Gateway 2 for 3 on 3rd downs tonight.
3rd down and a long 2. It'll be Davis in the Wildcat. Davis runs the option to the left. He gets hit, but he pitches it out, and a first down as a cut is made right at the sticks. Even though PT will push him back, he still will pick up first down yardage. Will Jaquan Thomas.
Good job on the pitch there. Thomas able to get out to the edge. Ford out there getting off the block. Fry also coming up. And a host of Warriors make the tackle.
Peyton Kelly comes off the field for Penn Trafford, number 22, and now we have an official's timeout for a moment. 7:33 to play second quarter. North Allegheny leading Norwin 21-0, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. At halftime, Derry 21, Freeport 7. McGuffey and Clairton tied at 14. And Pine Richland up on Hempfield 28-7. A juggling catch made, but not much. Getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all, is Jaquan Thomas.
Yeah, good job by Thomas there to squeeze that. That could have got tipped around. That looked a little dangerous there on the screenplay, but able to get it and get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Good tackle on Thomas by Dylan Schmidt, the senior, who's, by the way, listed at 5'0". I don't know why. He's 6 foot, but
right
on the roster it says he's 5 foot. I don't think so. Second down and 10. Back in there is Venanzio, the quarterback, and Bryson being chased from behind. Now steps up in the pocket. He's hit by green shirts and taken down. One of the first ones to get to him, Chase Burke for the Warriors.
Cheplik on the chase there too, the big D lineman coming free. Great move, getting past the nose guard there. And was on the chase and got his hands 3rd and long for Gateway.
At halftime, Central Catholic leading Seneca Valley 3-0. 3rd down and 10 as Gateway has it at its own 16-yard line after the Warriors could not convert a 4th down and goal after quarterback Dunlap fumbled. Venanzio, again the transfer to Gateway a couple of years ago, play fake, flushed out of the pocket. Venanzio now being chased. He lets one fly out of bounds. He was hit hard by Josh Cheplick, who we've called a couple of times on this drive, and it is 4th down, Gators.
Yeah, Cheplick doing a nice job that time on the pressure again. Big hit even as he threw. Definitely want to get those knockdowns, wear him down a little bit.
How would you like to face that on the other side, huh? How about that? Big
Yeah.
Josh Cheplick right there. Takes up a lot of room, buddy.
Absolutely. Big boy. Has a lot of experience coming in, played a lot. Was a starter last year, played a lot the year before. He's a tough player for the Warriors.
Punting from deep in his own territory near the 2 is Jason Jenkins for Gateway. Not much pressure. He gets it off. Nice punt. And that ball is going to take a Gateway bounce inside Penn Trafford territory as Vecchio let it hop inside the 35-yard line to the 34. Great job of flipping the field position by Jenkins.
Yeah, big punt there. That's what Gateway needed. Start the Warriors back. Warriors back out. You know, after that big run by the Gators, thought it might have opened up, but now, you know, we're kind of trading punches back and forth. 7-7 here with 5 to go in the second.
At halftime, Penn Hills leading Latrobe 28-14 now at Memorial Stadium. First down, Warriors have it at their own 34-yard line, 5:44 on the clock. And again, they converted a fake punt on the last drive on 4th down. Handoff coming to the left side, and this is Finelli. And Finelli gets through a hole up to the 40-yard line.
Big carry there for Finelli. Just working that outside zone, getting a good gain. Warriors starting to establish a line of scrimmage here.
Look at that hole. Great job by the left side of that Penn Trafford offensive line. Big time hole. Rob Bartram, Michael Ritter on the left side for PT. Dylan Schmidt, the center. Anthony Youngo, right guard, and Derek Sutherland at right tackle. 2nd down and 3. PT has it at its own 41-yard line. And this is Finelli one more time. Finelli trying to find some room running behind left tackle. Fans wanted maybe a horse collar there. He's going to get close to the first down. We'll see where they spot him.
Yeah, just working out outside zone play, and Finelli just coming in and getting some carries, taking it off of Lisbon, getting him a little bit of rest here. You know, you got to keep him for all 4 quarters. You know, Coach Rain real good at getting his guys rest and making sure he keeps his guys fresh for the 4th quarter.
Peter Zalakis with the tackle there, able to show his strength and pull down the 5'9" Finelli. 3rd down and 1. We'll see if Dunlap may just take it ahead himself here. He is going to go from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Yes, he's looking for some opening, and he finds it. Spins, gets the first down, close to the 50. It'll take him down over the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Big play for the Warriors there. We're 1 for 6 on 3rd downs. They needed that one.
Yeah, needed 1, picks up about 4. As you get a good shot there of Coach John Ruane, who coached at Gateway as an assistant, also still teaches at Gateway High School. 77-24 record coming into tonight in his 10th season. Or the riverboat, as Tim Cortazzo calls it. First down from the 49. Lisbon now back in the backfield, and he shows a little burst. Gateway able to tackle him after he crosses midfield to around the 49-yard line, so give him about 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up for PT and the offense. You get a good shot there of Gabe Dunlap and his head coach one more time.
Yeah, Gateway defense. Warriors are having a little bit of a tough time on this series, getting that double team on those zone plays. You know, Gateway doing a nice job of coming off blocks and making plays here. That time keeping it to a short gain, getting to Lisbon. Empty set here for the Warriors.
We have Lisbon just 2. 2nd down and 8 in Gateway territory. 49 trips to the right side, tight end to the left. Dunlap, the senior, takes the snap. Look out, free rusher, and he throws, and it's almost complete to Caleb Lisbon. Actually had his hands on it. Maybe the pass a little bit low, but that time Dunlap was being pressured.
Yeah, but when he pulls up to throw the ball, he's got a pressure on him each time. You see this time, just a great swim move to get in there, work right past the tackle on that side.
Yeah, that was Fumina Brown, a guy that John Ruane talked about in our pregame interview with him, and talking about the special players for this Gateway team. I know it all starts with Derek Davis, but there's definitely some others too. They have a lot of weapons, and Fumina Brown especially defensively. He's very good.
I want to say we said his name a lot in the championship game
did,
2 years ago.
And now he's a senior. He was just a sophomore back then. 3rd down and 8. Penn Trafford again at the 49. Across the formation goes Carr. Play fake. Dunlap loads up. Nothing open downfield. Now he steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Great pressure again by the Gators, and getting the sack will be Jameer Harbor, the sophomore, standing at 5'11", 170 pounds. First time we hear from him tonight.
Yeah, just a great job on the pass rush there. Fake downfield Warriors again having trouble. Late delay blitz there.
Initial option not open that time for Dunlap.
And when he had to turn, he had 3 Gators standing right there. Big play for the Gators.
Harbor eats him up. Another great snap back, but this time the punt is not a good one. See if it'll take a Penn Trafford bounce. Not really, as it will go out of bounds near the 30-yard line. But again, this is the first 2 punts in the career, because PT did not punt last week, of Josh Huffman, only a freshman. So you might live with that a few times, Sean, for sure. I mean, the first time he's really getting pressure in an actual game. And, you know, sometimes you'll have some great punts, sometimes not as a freshman.
Right. Yeah, that was the 3rd time he's come out tonight. The 2nd time he gave a great fake to set up that fake punt. They got down to the 1. Warriors were able to get that into the end zone.
That's probably the first thing he had to learn as a young punter and a John Ruane team. Listen, we like to fake it sometimes, so this is how you got to fake, as if the ball was snapped over your head.
Work on it in the mirror. There you go.
That's right. First down, Gateway at its own 34-yard line. Plenty of time for the Gators. 2 timeouts. No timeouts remaining for Gateway according to the scoreboard, as the first play of the drive will go for a loss. Davis gets tackled. So PT doing a nice job right now against Derek Davis after that first touchdown run.
Yeah, Chase Burke almost came through and got a hand on that, but a good job by Ford to come up and make that tackle.
Big-time tackle by Ford. So tough to get Davis down in space. And Ford was able to come up and make the short tackle, the 5'11 junior. It's amazing year after year, even with a lot of players back. Just new names for Penn Trafford stepping in and doing some nice things. Brad Ford, who we heard a little bit of last year, but this year certainly being counted on even more. And this time Venanzio is going to take it himself after an option, as he will run it to the 39-yard line for a pickup of 6. So a 3rd down coming up and about 5 for Gateway with 1:33 on the clock. Again, according to the scoreboard, no timeouts remaining for the Gators.
The Warriors with 2. We'll see what happens here if the Gators don't get the first down. Gators are 3 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight.
On 3rd down and 5, it's Thomas. Thomas trying to cut back now. And Thomas will be tackled at maybe a gain of 1, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Warriors, flowing one way, coming back the other. And with 1:02 remaining, we'll see if John Ruane elects to call a timeout here or not. Well, I probably wants to see if Gateway is going to go for it first.
Right.
Burke and Finelli end up making the tackle, but that was a team effort by PT right there.
It's about a 25-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Game clock and play clock,
yeah.
All right, so Gateway is sending on the punt team. John Ruane still electing not to call a timeout. He is, I guess, resigned to just taking it into halftime with this 7-7 score. They will come after it, though. Penn Trafford not able to block the punt, and calling for a fair catch. Lisbon will just let it roll, and that's going to roll inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. You want to be aggressive, Sean, but in games like this, you know, it's probably the best bet just to take it into halftime with it 7-7.
Yeah. Coach Ruane and this staff, they've been in so many big games. They know what they're doing when it comes to this, and you know, to our right, we can see a lot of the coaches cleaning up, so we might be getting a knee here.
Coming up at halftime, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the Penn Trafford softball team was recognized before the game. They got their state championship rings. They won the first ever state championship in school history, or in softball program history, I should say, in June. Coach Denny Little's group, we were very happy to have that game for you as they beat Lampeter Strasburg They were honored before the game. We have it, and we'll play it back at halftime here as the knee is taken, and Penn Trafford and Gateway are all knotted up at 7-7 as we get set for the Excella Health halftime show. And Sean, your thoughts on the first half? Boy, Penn Trafford gets the ball first. They ended up giving it back after a couple of first downs to Gateway. They score on their first offensive play of the game, and you're thinking, oh boy, but they've done a great job against Derek Davis other than that touchdown.
Yeah, they've done a real good job. They've tried to get them on little screen passes, little quick passes out into the flat, and they, quick hitters up the middle, but the Warriors have been up to the task and have played a great game. After that first series, they had 4 more possessions, INT, punt. So, the Warrior defense really stepping up.
Once again, this is the Excella Health halftime show. Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Don't go away. We're going to come back. We're going to recap the first half for you. We're also going to have a performance by the Penn Trafford Marching Band if we can fit that in as well. And you will also get to see the ring ceremony for the Penn Trafford softball team, who again won the state championship last June. 7-7 score. We'll go to break and come back with the Excella Health halftime show after this.
Up is progress.
Possibility.
Trees. Big old trees. Up is a national leader in mobile technology. Up is a world-class performing arts center.
Up is 94% job and graduate school placement.
When up is what you're after, look to Seton Hill, a nationally recognized Catholic liberal arts experience that will push your life and career to the highest point possible.
You can't make this stuff up.
Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Can we help you find a doctor? Schedule a same-day appointment. Choose just the right service for your health concern? As your healthcare partner, Excella offers hundreds of primary care and specialty doctors, along with outpatient testing, rehab, and nationally recognized heart care, surgery, and orthopedics. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org or call 1-877-771-1234.
That's the power of Bowser.
The power of Bowser just got more powerful. Introducing Bowser Chevrolet, now in Monroeville and Beaver Falls. Shop our huge selection of new and pre-owned cars. Save time and money. Put Bowser Chevrolet to work for you. Get the best price on a new Chevy up front and guaranteed. Before you buy anywhere else, get to Bowser Chevrolet in Monroeville and Beaver Falls.
That's the power of Bowser.
The Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is proud to announce the opening of their new banquet facility. It's perfect for sports banquets, Christmas parties, and weddings. This new facility can hold up to 180 people, so if you have an event coming up, Manor Valley Golf Course can host it. Golfers, they specialize in league play, fundraising outings, and have great membership rates. Give them a call at 724-744-4242 or online at manorvalleygc.com.
I'm Penn Trafford running back Sam Finelli, and this is Westmoreland Sports Network.
Welcome back to Warrior Stadium. It is the Excella Health halftime show. Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Penn Trafford 7, Gateway 7. Penn Trafford Marching Band getting set to come out on the field after the Gateway Marching Band has finished their performance here tonight. I want to remind you that you can watch back and listen back to all games here on the Westmoreland Sports Network by visiting our website, westmorelandsports.com. All of the games are available on demand. We also want to let you know that you can buy a special download of this game if you'd like to do that, where it says buy download on your game tracker screen. It's a black box. Click on that, fill in the information, and a link to the broadcast will be sent to your email as soon as the live broadcast ends. You click on that link, it downloads the broadcast, you have it on your computer. You don't have to wait for any flash drives in the mail or anything like that. It is very, very simple. Again, click buy download, fill out the information. You have to wait for the live broadcast to end. Once it's over, you'll get an email. You click the link, it downloads straight to your computer, and you can have it for the rest of your life. You can use it for DVDs if you'd like to do that, or however you'd like to do it. So if you'd like to buy a download, you can do that as well. Taking a look back at the scoring summary, this should take all of about 30 seconds. There wasn't much of a scoring summary, certainly in that first half. But Gateway on their first offensive play of the game, it was Derek Davis scoring on a 66-yard run at the 9:07 mark of the first quarter, and that put Gateway up 7-0 after the extra point was kicked through. As you'll see, some good blocking up front, then a missed tackle there by Penn Trafford, and Davis was off to the races. Again, Derek with 26 Division I offers, and he scores the first touchdown of the game for Gateway to go up 7-0. But Penn Trafford was able to answer back as they went in also in the first quarter, and you'll see Gabe Dunlap finishing off this drive, but it was Dunlap who had a couple of big runs on this drive, including a third down conversion. You'll see Dunlap taking it off the left side, and great blocking by the Penn Trafford offensive line. They just don't get tired of it for sure. As Dunlap scores from the left side, he plunges it in, and that made the score 7-7 after Schlesinger's extra point, and that was it. 7-7 is our score. There was a big play as well in that first half. That was in the second quarter on the goal line. Penn Trafford faced a 4th down and goal, and Gabe Dunlap took it forward himself. It looked like he might get in here, but unfortunately he fumbled the football after the snap was a little bit bad, and you'll see the ball kind of pry out there, and Johnny on the spot, Thomas, picks it up, and they actually spotted him down right there back at the 4-yard line where his knee went down. But that was a big play certainly in that first half. I'm thinking if the snap was a little bit better, Sean, it might have been a 14-7 game, but you can't fault the PT offensive line. They do a great job.
Yeah.
But on that particular play, you'd have to say maybe if it was a perfect snap, he'd have ran it in. But instead, he fumbles the football. Gateway gets it back, and our score now 7-7. And on that drive, by the way, that finished with that goal line fumble, Penn Trafford picked up a first down on a fake punt.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Just a big play there, to get that down to the goal line. Just went and dug up some Penn Trafford stats there in the first half. Dunlap 1 for 8 for 22 yards passing in the first half. Carr 0 for 1. Lisbon 8 carries for 24 yards. Dunlap 15 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown. Finelli 3 carries for 53 yards. Lisbon the only catch for 22. Defensively, Burke with 5.5 tackles and Finelli with 4.5 tackles. So Dunlap right now is the man on the ground. He's got, we said, he carried the ball 12 times last week. He was close to that in the first quarter, but he has 15 in the first half for 104 yards and a touchdown. They're keeping Lisbon bottled up, so he's got to be that guy to come out and make things happen.
We thought coming in, and everybody else thought coming in, it would be the Lisbon and Davis show. Davis did steal the show on the first play of the game, but again, PT's done a nice job against him. And as you just mentioned, Gateway, what do you think they're doing against Lisbon to kind of bottle him up, Sean?
They did a lot of game prep because you could see they know where he's at on the field. They're following him. They're putting their best guy on him, and they're making sure that he's bottled up when he does carry the ball. There's hats. They're flying to the football. You can tell that was a big emphasis on all week. What the Warriors are doing to the Gators. The Gators are playing a lot of cover zero, putting everybody up. They walk their outsides up on the 3-4. They bring up their defensive backs and play up close to the line. So the Warriors are playing a lot of empty sets. They're getting 2 tight ends with those empty sets, and they're running their quarterback because there's nobody to account for the quarterback. So, Coach Ruane and the offensive staff is taking what the Gators give them, and they're keeping it on the ground, and that's a 7-7 game at halftime.
Take a look at some other scores from around the WPIAL. And Sean, do you want to go through some of these scores here? We can pass along some scores on the out-of-town scoreboard. They say out-of-town. I mean, it's close to town.
Yeah, absolutely. We got North Allegheny 21-0 at halftime over Norwin. Jeanette 33-6 with 10:44 left in the third against Leechburg. Franklin Regional 21, Plum 7 at the half. Mount Pleasant 20, Hopewell 13 at the half. Penn Hills up on Latrobe 28-14. Derry up at halftime 21-7 on Freeport. McGuffey and Clareton tied at 14 at the half. And we got York leading Uniontown 18-0 at halftime. Funny about that game is I talked to Coach Wood earlier today, and Coach Wood was very adamant. He picked against them in the in the Chicks picks and also the fumbler. So he was a little upset about that, so wanted to make a statement. He did lose his quarterback for the season, which is unfortunate.
Waldeer, that's a shame.
Waldeer with Tristan, very, very good kid, good player. Only a sophomore, has a couple more years left, so he'll be back. But but they bounced back. They're 18-0 on Uniontown right now.
Good to see. Good to see. Penn Trafford and Gateway right here are tied at 7-7. We are going to be showing you the Penn Trafford softball team getting their championship rings here in just a couple of moments as the Penn Trafford marching band is coming back out onto the field for, I guess, the second time tonight after performing the national anthem. Penn Trafford does such a great job of not only having the games, but all of the things that they do in addition to the games themselves. Much like the ring ceremony, they also had, I guess, youth night tonight, if you will. All the midgets were announced, the midget football players, the 7th and 8th grade, the 9th grade football players. They were all announced as well before the game. So that's really cool. And they also routinely will honor throughout the season. They'll have a military recognition night, first responders night, where they put the huge flag. The Penn Trafford Fire Department, they put up the huge flag out beyond the one field goal post, beyond the scoreboard. They just do a really nice job, and the atmosphere is always great here, especially when you have big games. And Sean, I think we want to give a big shout out to our good friend Rush Petter.
Yeah, he does a phenomenal job with all the stats and everything that he puts together, his books. He has 3 books on sale. They're at every home game. They'll be at the top gate for sale. Also, they're on sale at Natali Sporting Goods over in Harrison City. You have the Warrior History of Penn Trafford football for $20. Also, the Penn Trafford football record book updated version you add for another $5, free with the purchase of the history book. And you also he's coming out with a new one, the Western Pennsylvania High School football history from 1892 to 2018. I got a chance to look at that before the game.
That's awesome.
Very good read there. $20 for that. Books are on sale at the top gate, like I said, for Warrior Stadium, and anytime at Natali Sporting Goods. Awesome job, Rush Petter.
Anybody who enjoys high school football needs to get that book.
Yep.
You'll find things in there that will blow your mind,
Yep.
Looking back at the history. And that's a lot of work that goes into that. So kudos to Rush for putting that together and his support of our broadcast as well. All right, so what we're going to do, we will pick up some of the Penn Trafford marching band performance, but we want to make sure the PT softball team gets recognized because they had just a tremendous run in the state playoffs. They lost in the WPIAL semifinals to Connellsville. Mr. Oliverio was actually there, who's running the controls tonight. He is the assistant SID at Seton Hill, and so he was there for that game because the game was at Seton Hill. And they lost to Connellsville in the Whippeal semifinals. They got new life, though, got to play in the state playoffs, and they made quite a run all the way to the state championship. And, hey, they won the darn thing, too. Congratulations again to Denny Little and his coaching staff for a state championship. The girls were recognized and got their rings before the game today. And let's take a look back at that ceremony, again, before the game today with PJ Downs on the mic.
They brought home a state championship. They did this by knocking off four state playoff teams in a row. In the first round, the best Clippers, Central Mountain, first game in 6. Then they walked off the 2019 WPL 5A champion West Allegheny 6-2. During the state semifinal game, they seesawed back and forth, calling the trailing girl and both winning at 5-4 and nailed by their crew. Denny's assistants are Ron Boomer Brady, Kendall Morassi, Mike Smith, Mike Leland, and Rick Ginter. 00, Mackenzie Rapp. 2, Madison Forsythe. 3, Peyton Jaworski. 4, Allie Green. 5, Julia Moorhead. 7, Bailey Perrin. 8, Jordan Nabuda. 11, Madison Rapp. 12, Hannah Allen. 13, Morgan Hilty. 14, Lindsay Cermak. 15, Morgan Nedley. 17, Courtney Travis. 18, Maddie Petty. 19, Emma Little. 21, Emma Armstrong. 22, Sammy Stickle. 23, Mia Smith. 24, Lindsay Horvath. 28, Korea Pazik. 31, Carly Lamont. 32, Brooke Leland. 33, Katie Struck. 42, Emily Welton. 77, Elena Conrad. 88, Sarah Eisenhower. And number 99, Jess Latata. Hey folks, the state championship is rarefied air. How about a big round of applause for the state champions in 5A, our Penn Trafford Warriors.
That was before the game tonight. A look back at the Penn Trafford softball state championship. The girls getting their rings. And again, congratulations to our good friend Denny Little and the entire coaching staff and the team for that tremendous, tremendous accomplishment. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll send it down to the field to pick up the Penn Trafford marching band performance here on the Excella Health Halftime Show.
start to the second half, one of our favorite positions at Warrior Stadium is the cheerleader, T-shirt time! Y'all ready for this? And if I can have your attention, please, it's the 50-50 raffle time. If you've got this number on the blue ticket, you are now the very proud owner of $1,704. That's $1,704. On the blue ticket, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 9. Again, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 9 on the blue ticket. If you've got that number, come up to the press box and collect your $1,704. Capping off the Penn Trafford drive with a 1-yard run. The point after run good. And in the first quarter and set it up. Both teams threatened in the second quarter, but there was no score. At the end of the third quarter, 9-7.
Wrapping up the Excella Health halftime show, getting ready for the third quarter. Alongside Sean Benjamin, I'm Dan Flickinger. We thank Mr. David Oliverio for his work on the controls tonight, and Dustin Beck for his work on the camera here tonight. We got the A team, other than me, here tonight, ready to go.
Big possession to start the second half here. Gateway coming off a back-to-back punts in the second quarter.
Schlesinger will hit one short, and it will be covered up by Zachary Smith for the Gateway Gators. So Gators' first possession of the second half. Again, they scored on their first play of the first half offensively.
First play, and then the second possession, they drove down the field, decent drive, intercepted by Caleb Lisbon. Then third possession, we're on the move a little bit, and Nate Fry stepped in front of that one.
One of the most thrilling wins, I think, in Penn Trafford history came against Gateway here at home. A 16-14 win. That was back in 2012, and that was one that I think really started building Penn Trafford into what it is now. Ooh. Huge hit. Ball comes out. Was he down or not?
Mason Fry on the stick coming up. Beautiful play.
Gator is down on an option play.
What a stick by Mason Fry. Great read on the option play.
We got a Gators taking up on the play.
See the fake to Derek Davis here on the read. Flipped it out on that option. And
yeah, that was Thomas. Oh, my.
Wow, did he stick in there. Mason Fry coming up with a great stick.
That was one of the most beautiful tackles I have ever seen, Sean.
Yeah.
Talk about form. Check this form out by Mason Fry.
Just a good stick.
Perfectly done.
Yep.
Helmet right on the ball.
Perfect.
And that should be Penn Trafford football, correct?
Yep. Penn Trafford football, 1st and 10.
Wasn't even close to being down or have it being recovered by somebody else, and that was Chase Vecchio. That comes away with the fumble recovery for Penn Trafford.
The Fry twins coming up big tonight. One with an interception, one with a forced fumble there on a big stick.
That will be on Penn Trafford's highlight this season. It will be on their end-of-the-year video. Kind of another bad snap there as Lisbon will take it himself on the Wildcat. Lisbon gets dragged down from behind. Will set up a 2nd down and long for Penn Trafford. Derek Davis tracks him down.
Always hate to see those kind of tackles from behind like that. It's seen too many bad plays happen, but that time just a bad snap and good block. If he was able, if the snap was on, he had a good crease. He could have got up the middle, but had to bounce it and just couldn't get there.
Sorry, Sean. Dylan Schmidt, the center for Penn Trafford. He is a veteran, a senior. Only 1 yard for Lisbon. 2nd down and 9. It's Penn Trafford football. From the left hash. With the snap is Dunlap. Option play, now he keeps it himself. And Dunlap will get positive yardage on 2nd down and long over the 35 down to the Gateway 34-33 yard line. Give him about 3 yards. And that will set up a 3rd down and more manageable here for Penn Trafford.
Another 3rd down for the Warriors. They were 2 for 8 in the first half on 3rd down, 1 for 3 on 4th down. You know, the one conversion on 4th down was the fake punt that they ran. But a big 3rd down for the Warriors.
6 yards to go for Dunlap in the offense. Sends a man in motion to the left. That's Ethan Carr. Taking the snap is Dunlap, looking Carr's way. Throws it to Ethan, makes the catch. And Carr down to the 20-yard line. Lost the ball, but he was down. Yep. Gateway doing a nice job, though, Sean, of forcing the ball away. So is Penn Trafford, for that matter. But Dunlap finally finds Carr. He's been looking for him all night. This time it works.
Yeah, okay. Coming into the second half, 1 for 8. Got a nice completion. Carr into the flat. Big 1st down.
Yep, definitely down. But a nice effort there by Gateway's Zach Smith, the senior, for prying the ball away. That gain goes down to the 21-yard line of Gateway. 1st down at that spot. Empty backfield for the senior quarterback. Dunlap with the snap, going to take it himself, and he gets hit in the backfield and thrown down. Another nice play by Jacquez Taylor. The 6'1", 240-pound juniors made some plays in the first half, but now Taylor is down. Boy, that would be a tough loss. Hopefully nothing serious for Don Hall's team because, again, he's had a nice game for himself.
Yeah, he did a nice job seeing it coming on the counter play. Just looks like he got rolled up on there. Last guy fell on him.
I was talking with Dave Oliverio off the air. I said, I'm surprised. It is a humid night tonight. There's not much wind blowing at all. I'm surprised more guys haven't had cramping issues than what we've seen. I think Sonny Communell did earlier for Gateway, but that's really the only on field anyway. Some guys maybe on the sidelines be getting worked on, but it's the only thing that has really halted play. What we'll do, we'll take a timeout for the injury. 7-7 score, 9:44 to play 3rd quarter.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors!
This is Ted Kopis. It is a privilege and an honor to be your county commissioner. Together, we have made tremendous progress to make Westmoreland County a better place. We've expanded business opportunities to grow our economy. We've made real, measurable progress in the fight against the opioid epidemic. And I've honored my commitment to care for our seniors and advocate for those with special needs. We've done all this without ever raising taxes. I ask for your vote so we can continue making Westmoreland County a great place for all of our families.
Paid for by Committee for Kopis. Visit tedkopis.com.
I'm Penn Trafford lineman J.R. Chick, and this is the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Taylor helped off the field as we are back to action. Penn Trafford has the football and gets knocked down hard, does Gabe Dunlap. Huge play by Hunter Dow from his defensive line spot, the sophomore.
Yeah, at that time, Rob Bartram had a tough time on the block. And Dunlap hanging out there, took that shot to the back. Just a misassignment there from the offensive line. Uncharacteristic with the experience of this offensive line to let somebody free like that. But it does happen. 3rd and long for the Warriors.
We were talking with one of the Gateway folks here. They call him JT, Jaquez Taylor. He's helped off the field. 3rd down and long from the 29. Pistol look for PT this time, 4 wide receivers. Dunlap takes the snap. It's a quarterback draw, and Gabe will get hit a few times as he will get not much. Gateway is able to snuff that one out. Jay Johnson, among others, for the Gators in on the tackle. So on a 3rd down and long, Penn Trafford was trying to just get something there, maybe 10 yards and set them up with a 4th down and 10 or something, but instead they get just 3.
Yeah, just trying to get something with that quick little draw play. Not much. Score just came in. Latrobe down the Penn Hills right now, 41-14. They opened that up.
Yeah, they were with them for a while. 7-7. It was 14-14, but Penn Hills flexing its muscles.
Yeah, another 4th down try for the Warriors here.
Here we go. Dunlap going to take a shot. Rolls out to his right. And he lets one fly, and the pass is going to be, is it incomplete or intercepted? It's intercepted. Penn Trafford will actually gain field position on this at the very least, as Famina Brown will make the pick. Best thing for him to do there was just kind of drop the ball, but I guess natural instincts, those things kind of happen. So a 4th down, PT can't convert.
If you see the replay here, Lisbon came free there down the sideline as the corner stepped up. You see the corner drop
top of
on
the screen.
Allen.
Oh, it was wide open.
Wide open in the end zone there.
My.
Just missed him.
Yeah, you just throw that one out there. Lisbon can go under it and catch it.
Yep.
But Dunlap didn't see him. PT again will take, I guess, the field position change here, as Gateway now has to start at their 14 after the interception by Famina Brown. And it's going to be a keeper. And Venanzio, the senior quarterback for Gateway, will find a few yards off the left side. Actually give him about 6 to the 20-yard line. Went over some of the scores here. Pine Richland leading Hempfield 35-7 now. It was 7-7 after 1. Southmoreland crushes Fraser 56-12. How about that? Southmoreland doing some nice things the last couple of years, winning some games, and that's a big win for them. Yep. That game already over. Venanzio hands off to Davis. Here he is as he is able to find running room right into the teeth of that Penn Trafford defense. Gets a 1st down as he will carry it for about 8 yards on 2nd down and short.
There's a shocker that just came in. McGuffey up on Clareton, 21-14.
Yeah, McGuffey expected to have a big year as well, but anytime you're beating Clareton, especially big, somewhat big, that's a shocker. Gateway going quickly here. And I believe, again, it's Davis finding tough sledding here off the left side, but he will pick up a few. As he will get up off the bottom of the pile, as does Dylan Schmidt for Penn Trafford. We were wondering why Davis maybe didn't get a little more carries in the first half. Well, it looks like Don Hall is going to his course right now.
It's getting to him now, yeah, absolutely. Getting a pretty good dose of him right now. See if he can't turn the tide and get that big play. That big play capability is always there with Derek Davis.
Venanzio from the shotgun hands to Davis, and Davis finds a couple more yards off the left side before he's tackled by Penn Trafford's Peyton Kelly from his defensive end spot. Number 8 right there, again with offers from Florida, Clemson, Penn State, Alabama, you name it, he probably has an offer from them. 3rd down and 2 for the Gators. And we have movement. Was he drawn off or not? I'm not sure. It was Josh Cheplik who looked like he moved early, but again, was he drawn off or not?
Offside.
He was not. So a hard count by Bryson Venanzio gets Penn Trafford to jump off sides.
Gateway was 3 for 6 in the first half on 3rd downs that time. Giving them a freebie, getting the first down. Off a penalty.
New set of downs. Gateway again going quick. Venanzio, handoff. And again, nothing there. Davis dropped for no gain. And you'll see the guys up front doing their thing. And how about Josh Cheplik in there after committing the penalty, able to jump on Davis's back and not give him anything.
Yeah, the Warriors did a great job that time, squeezing it down, seeing that zone read, squeeze down, make the play. 2nd and long.
And Sean, you love to see that from someone who just made a mistake. You come back and make up for it, and that's exactly what Cheplik did right there.
Definitely.
No gain for Davis, 2nd down and 10. See if Gateway tries to go up top one of these times, maybe now. Well, they're going to go to the middle of the field. Pass is hauled in by Thomas, and Thomas slips a tackle over the 45. 1st down inside Penn Trafford territory to around the 43.
Yeah, just a quick little in route there by Thomas. Did a nice job. See, he pushes vertical, little in route. Nobody in the middle of the field. Good catch, good play. Big 1st down for the Gators.
Gain down to the 43-yard line of the Warriors. We're under 5 minutes to play. Play fake. Looking to go up top was Venanzio. Nothing there. And now he tries to escape a couple PT defenders and make something out of nothing as he's able to spin for 3 yards. And Penn Trafford players getting up slowly here on maybe a drive that's wearing out the PT defense here just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting some key 1st downs. They got that 3rd down conversion off the penalty, and then the big play there.
Chase Burke among other green shirts in there on the stop. 2nd down and 7. Again, if you tuned in late, we mentioned the quarterback for Gateway, Venanzio, started at Kiski area against PT a few years ago. He started as a freshman and a sophomore. Then he transferred to Gateway last year, as that screen pass will go nowhere. It was intended for Derek Davis.
Nice job by DeFlippo there to get his hand on that.
Thrown into traffic by the quarterback, Venanzio.
See DeFlippo on the read there. Seen Davis leave the backfield.
Nicely done.
Yep, nice job.
6'2", 200-pound senior Cole DeFilippo. DeFilippo. You say tomato, I say DeFlippo. Another big-time crowd on hand for another PT Gateway matchup, whether it's at Warrior Stadium or in the Swamp. There's always a ton of people. Venanzio lets it fly. Pass is caught. 1st down. Good strike to Jaden Hurt on the far side of the field. And the Gators unable to convert another 3rd down, Sean.
Yeah, just huge. Just 3rd down conversions. It's a big part of the football game in any game. You know, turnovers, your conversion rate, 3rd and 4th down. And so far tonight, you know, the Gators having big success on 3rd down.
34, Mount Pleasant leading Hopewell 34-13. Venanzio this time going to go towards the end zone. It's intercepted! The pass is picked off by Caleb Lisbon. He has a little bit of room too. Lisbon splitting 2 defenders, hit hard as he goes down to the 45-yard line. Another big interception by number 10, his 2nd on the night.
Yeah, big 3rd one of the night. 3rd interception of the night. Just a good job on the read. They tried to get vertical. They had 5 receivers on the route. They did a delay route with the tight end, H-back. Fry with the hit, Lisbon with the pick. And the Warriors start at their own 45.
Lisbon came limping off the field. Hopefully nothing serious here. We'll take a look at the hit. I mean, he definitely was getting hit from his legs and up top as well as he went down. Very tough kid. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Absolutely. That was a heck of a return there. Big play.
Well, it doesn't look to be anything serious right now as Caleb was squatting down. The trainer is checking on him. We'll keep an eye on Lisbon. But another great play from a great Penn Trafford player. First down from the 45. Finelli is the deep back for Dunlap. And Dunlap's going to take it himself. And Dunlap will pick up
that was
about
Carr
4.
That time.
Or I'm sorry, Carr. Direct snap to Ethan Carr. Well, if Lisbon is shaken up at all here, Sean, you're going to have to call on some other guys. Finelli, Carr, obviously Dunlap to run the ball as well.
Right. Absolutely, get those guys a little bit of a break, get some rest. Carr's still in at quarterback. I'm trying to look for Dunlap down there on the sideline.
Second down and 7. Carr's going to hand it off left side. Slipping through a crack is Finelli. He picks up the first down. He's still on his feet. And Finelli dragging tacklers all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Good job by Finelli there. Came into the second half here. 3 carries, 53 yards in the first half. And just taking where he left off right there. A nice gain to get it down to the Warrior, or to the Gator 35-yard line.
Oh, what a block. What an incredible block by Derek Sutherland right there.
Yep.
He was able to spring. That's what I love about these replays. You can really pick out the blocks up front from these teams. As Carr has a little bit of room off the right side. Close quickly, though, as he will only pick up 1. Gateway doing a good job of closing fast on Carr. Aiden Smith with the tackle.
Yeah, just the Warrior offensive line coming out and establishing here late in the third quarter. 2:25 to go, ticking. Warriors would like to get this in the end zone and play with the lead in the fourth quarter.
I'm looking at Lisbon right now. He doesn't have a trainer around him. He's actually standing by John Ruane, so.
And Dunlap's right next to him, so they're both kind of getting a rest right now.
Hanging out. Second down and 9. Carr is in at quarterback right now for Penn Trafford. 2:05 on the clock. Carr will take the snap. He's straight back. He throws the pass, and it's way over the head of the intended receiver, DeFilippo. And we also have a marker down as well.
Yeah, that time. Just trying to get a jump. This might be one of those situations where coach is just looking for a jump, little spurt to get it going. You know, they've kind of, lulled them to sleep a little bit with Dunlap running the ball. Lisbon got banged up a little bit on that one return, so now switch it up a little bit. Yeah, so it sets up a 3rd and long. Warriors tonight 1 for 2 here in the second half. Total 3 for 10.
They picked up a flag earlier. North Allegheny leading Norwin 35-0. Derry up on Freeport 28-14. Third down and 9 for Penn Trafford. Dunlap is back in there. And so is Lisbon as he flares out to the left. Dunlap looking at him. He's not open. Dances away from a defender. Throws to the middle of the field. It's caught! Touchdown! Ethan Carr! I don't know how he pulled it away from the Gateway defender, but he did. And the Warriors have struck on 3rd down.
Big play on 3rd down. What they needed, 3 for 10, 30% tonight. They came up big air. Dunlap took a look downfield. Had to buy a little bit of time. Sent Lisbon out of the backfield. Stepped up, bought some time. And then Ethan Carr working across the middle with a big catch. With defender draped on him. Just put the ball away, but he got it into the end zone. 14-7 Warriors late in the third.
Extra point by Schlesinger indeed does split the uprights. We'll be back. Third quarter action continues. Ring the bell here at PT. It's 14-7 Warriors.
Find out what former Westmoreland County High School athletes are up to now in our weekly Westmoreland alum Q&A. Hi, this is Sean Myers. Every Tuesday this fall on WestmorelandSports.com, I have the chance to chat with some of the biggest former high school stars in Westmoreland County. We discuss things like their college season and their on-field success, and more fun topics like their celebrity dream date or what they do with $1 million. Check out our Westmoreland alum Q&A every Tuesday on westmorelandsports.com.
Another good kick by Schlesinger. The returner for Gateway was hemmed in, but he was able to find a little crease there and pick up decent yardage on the return. That was Shamor Price. Well, here we go. 1:42 left, third quarter. Penn Trafford leading at 14-7. Still a lot of game to go, but what a third down completion. Carr was just in at quarterback. The next play, he's in at receiver. Dunlap comes back in and somehow is able to fit it in there.
Yeah, Dunlap bounces back and threw an INT on the previous possession, but he bounces back and throws the touchdown pass there. And the Warriors get a 14-7 lead with 1:42 to go in the third. Crowd starting to amp up here at Warrior Stadium.
There's the student section. Always here nice and early. You see the big tomahawk going there. All right. Gateway's going to run their first play. Penn Trafford getting into the backfield and snuffing that one out, only maybe for a yard. The running back for the Gators, Davis, picking up just a yard, second down and 9.
I bet we're going to see a dose of Derek Davis here to try to get that big play capability.
Huge interception by Lisbon. He has 2 on the night. Second down and 8 from the 38. Here's a pass out to the flat. Making the catch is Hurt, as he will not be able to get out of a tackle by Nate Fry. Fry also with a huge hit earlier in this half on Gateway's first drive.
Yep.
And to knock the ball away and pry it free from the Gateway receiver, Thomas.
Yeah, he did a great job to force that turnover. He's played real well tonight.
Third down and 5 for the Gators. There's a quick flip out to the far side, and it's hauled in. First down and more. Juking and jiving is Thomas, as he will get met at the 50 and knocked backwards, but not before he could pick up a first down, as he will get about 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, they faked the zone read there. Flip to the option to the outside, just right down the line. Fry needs to keep his head up there. He's had a good game. Just missed the tackle there.
Good fake.
First and 10.
Sorry, Sean. Good fake by Venanzio there on the zone read. I shouldn't say fake. It's a read. It's a little different. And here's a wide receiver screen, and it's dropped. I think Thomas, the intended receiver. By the way, Lisbon is back in the game on defense, number 10 for the Warriors. You see him right there on the right side of your screen. Dustin Beck, our camera guy, getting a good shot at Caleb. Thomas, the intended receiver, couldn't hang on. Second down and 10.
The Warriors are keeping Gateway in these second and longs, third and longs. Taking out the run game with Derek Davis.
16 ticks left. And a little draw handoff to Davis. Davis is running backwards, and he's taken down in the backfield. Great job by Sam Finelli. We talked about defensive discipline before. What do they call that, Sean? Like a side shooter draw or something?
Yep.
It's a little bit of a different looking draw. And a great job by the PT defense snuffing that one out.
Yeah, Finelli did a great job on his reads.
Look at that.
Seen it coming, seen it the whole time, stepped up and made the play. Good job, third and long when we start the fourth.
He made the play, but you also have to credit Derek Sutherland. Did not give Davis anywhere to go either on that. Third down and 12 when we continue. Fourth quarter coming up on the Westmoreland Sports Network 14-7 PT.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your Ultra HD flat screen, just in time for football season. And the overtime you worked for that third car, so your teen can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Alex Hetrick sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Alex understands what your things really mean to you. Talk to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today.
Good luck, Penn Trafford Warriors, from Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Martin & Martin Tree Care, sir.
All right, the quickest time between quarters I think we've ever seen. We are underway here in the fourth quarter already. We'll get back to Martin and Martin Tree Care there on our next break. Thank you so much to them for their sponsorship of PT Football. Third down and long, loading up, zinging one down the field. It's broken up. Great defensive play by Nate Fry. He's there again.
Yeah, Fry making a great play. The Frys are all over the field. The Twins making great plays. One at corner, one at safety. That time he waited, had two underneath routes, tried to go for the post over the top, and Fry right there to make the play.
That was a good throw too, Sean, I thought.
Really
Fry was there to break it up.
Yep, did a great job. Gateway was 2 for 2 on third downs. Now they go 2 for 3, and the Warriors are getting the ball back.
So Jenkins will punt. Lisbon back deep for the Warriors. And Jenkins will punt it away. It's a high punt. Lisbon calling for the fair catch. He backs up and makes the catch. Nicely done, just in front of the 10-yard line. So it'll be Penn Trafford football here with 11:46 to play in quarter number 4.
This is a big drive here for the Warriors. They're definitely going to want to take some time off the clock, wear it down a little bit, and keep doing what they're doing.
Congratulations to our Week 0 Permane Brothers Player of the Week, Colt Harper of Southmoreland. Colt ran for 86 yards and 3 touchdowns, plus intercepted a couple of passes in the Scotties' victory over Mount Pleasant last week. He receives a prize pack from Permane Brothers on East Pittsburgh Street in Greensburg. He's also featured in an article you can read right now on westmorelandsports.com. Congratulations to our other nominees as well, as here's one of them. Caleb Lisbon off the left side has some room, and then he gets met hard as he will get driven backwards, never went down. Sonny Communell was able to stick him after a pickup of a few. Caleb Lisbon was one of the other finalists from last week, along with Mario Perkins from Hempfield and Luke Mazowiecki from Greensburg Central Catholic. GCC, by the way, plays tomorrow. Derry leading Freeport 35-14. Norwin down to NA 42-0. Final score, York beats Uniontown 25-0. Franklin Regional up on Plum 42-7 now. 2-yard gain for Lisbon, second down and 8. Dunlap takes the snap. It's a direct run, and he finds some room right up the middle of the field, crosses the 25-yard line, and is tossed to around the 28.
Just a good job there, direct snap. Work that outside zone, lead blocker with Lisbon. Cut it up inside. Nice carry for Dunlap, who's had a really good game tonight.
Try to have some stats for you on our post game from our guy Pat downstairs, right?
Yep. Pat O'Reilly gave us good stats at halftime.
Yep. Pat always sends out the stats that we use for our season stats as well. This time Gateway not fooled, storming the backfield as Caleb Lisbon is dropped for a 3-yard loss by Jared Coleman, the 233-pound senior. They can get second down and 13. Watch Coleman, number 50. Bang.
Yeah, just the way the Gators play with that 3-4 walk-up look. Safeties, corners, all playing cover 0. You know, they're forcing, whenever they run that zone read, they're forcing that play, and it's tough for the running back to get yards. That's why Dunlap's been so important tonight getting yards, because they go empty sets. Nobody accounts for the quarterback, and that's the open runner.
From the 24. Dunlap by himself, steps up in the pocket, zings one over the middle. He had him, but he overshoots Ethan Carr. Carr has done a great job of getting open today. Ethan has been finding some open room to run in the Gateway secondary, but Dunlap has missed him a few times.
Yeah, that one just sailed on him there, trying to squeeze it out of safety and a corner both there, just trying to squeeze it in. See Lisbon coming in here, big third down for the Warriors. They are 4 for 11 tonight. They had a big third down conversion on the last series.
I was going to say they've done much better in the second half, I think, on third down conversions.
Yep.
This one, they need 13. They need to get to the 38-yard line. Dunlap with 3 seconds on the play clock will take the snap out of the pistol, straight back. Gabe steps up. He's going to zing one down the field, and it's incomplete. There was a little bit of contact there. No flags on the field as he was looking for Noah Allen, and in coverage for Gateway was Derek Davis.
He tried to go deep, went with a little post route to Noah Allen. See on the replay here, hands on.
I don't know. I think that was a good no call.
It was a good,
honestly.
It was a good call. Now we're going to see the punt team on, and the young kicker is going to need a good kick here, get some space.
It looked worse in fast motion in real time. Good snap to Huffman, and he will get the kick away. See if it takes a Penn Trafford bounce. It does, and it will go out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. So Gateway will start at its own 40. 9:35 on the clock here in quarter number 4. The lone score in this second half, the touchdown from Dunlap to Carr of 34 yards to put Penn Trafford in front, 14-7. But now, again, the defense is tasked on stopping this Gateway offense.
Yeah, first 3 possessions this half for Gateway, fumble, INT, punt. So definitely want to try to get something going here. Only 9 minutes to go. This is a big possession for the Gators.
Gateway offense coming out onto the field with Sean Benjamin. I'm Dan Flickinger, Dave Oliverio, Dustin Beck, WSN crew here to bring you this huge game between 2 of the top teams in the state. Gateway is the top team in the state according to Penn Live, as we have a marker down. Mentioned earlier some thrilling wins for Penn Trafford in this series as of late. 16-14. I said 2012. That was actually 2011. I'll never forget the game. Matt Locknane booted the game-winning field goal, and that again was really the first big win, I think, for John Ruane, the real big one.
Second year, yep.
They had a good first year too, but that really set things up, I think, for Penn Trafford. That was the first building block for them, as Gateway is flagged for a 5-yard penalty. First down and 15. Venanzio play fake. Pocket breaking down. He goes down.
Good
Sutherland. Schmidt.
Sutherland coming in, squeezing it down. He pressed it. You see him and Cheplick. Also Dylan Schmidt did a good job working upfield, then squeezing it down. Nice play, setting up a 2nd and long.
It's about getting to the quarterback, Sean, but as you mentioned, about squeezing that pocket, right?
Yep.
Making it uncomfortable for the quarterback. Then you can get to him.
You want to get your steps upfield, but then you want to squeeze them down, see that quarterback and squeeze down.
2nd down and 19. Venanzio dancing around, steps out of a tackle, rolls out to his left. Now he lets one go, and the pass is intercepted by guess who? Caleb Lisbon, his 3rd pick of the game. All set up by the pass rush.
Very good pass rush for the Warriors. Cheplick coming free. I believe Schmidt had a hand on him back here. He was able to break free, and that's the 4th interception tonight for the Gators and the 3rd pick for Caleb Lisbon. Just throwing that up. Not a good decision there. Should have ate it.
That kid
to make something happen.
Kid is just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. First down from the 36-yard line for Penn Trafford. If they can punch one in here, it would be huge. Lisbon takes the carry. Lisbon is off. 25, over the 20-yard line. He's still on his feet, inside the 15. He's grabbing the grass.
Big play there on the interception. Want to get him the ball right away. He's still riding that momentum, and a good cut. Weaving in and out.
That close here, Shawnee almost doing that grabbing the grass drill.
Yep.
And we have a timeout called, I think, by Gateway. Yes, as their backs a little bit against the wall right now. We'll step out for 30 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Good luck, Penn Trafford Warriors from Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Martin & Martin Tree Care serves the Penn Township community in Westmoreland County, handling tree removal, tree trimming, tree pruning, and stump grinding. For a free estimate, call 412-818-0417. That's 412-818-0417. Family-owned Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Proud to help keep the area beautiful.
Give your taste buds a taste of Italy by biting into a slice of pizza at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford. Voted by the readers of the Tribune Review as the best pizza in Trafford, Dom offers 17 unique toppings for you to choose from. Also try Dom's specialty pizzas, all made with 100% olive oil. Dom's Pizzeria.
They are moving quick here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. First down for Penn Trafford. We don't want to have you miss any of the action. Lisbon bouncing it to the outside. He turns upfield, and Caleb will get close to a first down. It was first down at 10 from the 14, so Penn Trafford obviously can pick up a first down before they go goal to go.
For a gain of 7.
Yeah, big gain there for Lisbon to get it down. This would be a huge score to get it punched in.
Lisbon looks possessed right now.
He does. Very running the ball well. He got that pick. The momentum is on his side, and that was what he needed to finish this game off.
Dunlap will keep it himself this time. Cuts inside. First down and more. And he stretches forward. Did he get in? Yep. Yes! Touchdown, Penn Trafford. Oh, there's a flag down, though. I was wondering why there wasn't much cheering.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a holding penalty against Penn Trafford. They had a touchdown called back last week because of a penalty. They've done pretty well tonight with penalties, right? I don't remember really any costly penalties.
No, yeah,
tonight.
penalties, like we talked earlier, probably a big focus all week. That time, a big holding penalty.
Yeah, if you look at the left of the screen, looked like they got Dylan Schmidt
yeah,
with the hold.
Push it back.
So it's a second down and 12. That is a big, big penalty there.
Right.
Place where you don't want to take a penalty for sure. Dunlap out of the pistol, takes the snap. Lisbon has it. Lisbon cuts off the left side, finds a little bit of room over there as he will take it close to the 10. You know, at that point too, Sean, I know Sutherland obviously wants to keep his quarterback clean. They want to get a touchdown, but at the very least, you just can't take a penalty there. Even if you get nothing on the play, it's still a third down and short as opposed to now a second down and long and now a third down and somewhat long.
Yeah, it definitely puts you behind the sticks, and just let it go. At best, like you said, you're going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. You might not get the touchdown, but you're saving yourself getting behind the sticks.
Third down and 8. Lisbon will motion out to the right. Now they're going to throw it to Caleb. He makes the catch. Caleb 10, Caleb 5, Caleb touchdown!
That's where he's most dangerous. Get him on the perimeter. He's out on the edge. He gets that swing pass, and there's nobody going to get him. Breaks the tackle and squeezes in for the touch. And the Warriors up 21-7 with the extra point.
3 picks, a touchdown for Lisbon. Amazing stuff tonight.
Yep. Doing a great job motioning him out of the backfield. Receivers blocking downfield. He breaks a tough tackle there, number 42. Jameer Harbor almost pulled him down, but he broke it, gets into the end zone. Warriors up 21-7 in this big tussle in Western PA.
PT did not do a good job converting on third down in the first half. 2 touchdowns on third down here in the second half. We'll step away for 60 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Give your taste buds a taste of Italy by biting into a slice of pizza at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford. Voted by the readers of the Tribune Review as the best pizza in Trafford, Dom offers 17 unique toppings for you to choose from. Also try Dom's specialty pizzas, all made with 100% olive oil. Dom's Pizzeria also has wings, hoagies, calzones, wraps, and pasta, all at affordable prices. Eat in or take out, and we deliver. Call 412-372-DOMS. Cabot Avenue in Trafford, and a proud sponsor of tonight's Warrior Player of the Game.
When you're in pain or suffering from an injury, all you want is to get back on your feet, back to living your life. At East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, that's what we've done for 35 years. Our staff is skilled, experienced, and compassionate. Our facilities are modern and welcoming, and our focus is on you. So if you want to feel better, play better, and live better, call us today or visit one of our 6 offices.
East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
This is wide receiver Daniel Ingles, and the Warriors play here on Westmoreland Sports Network.
Back here to Warrior Stadium on the Westmoreland Sports Network, fourth quarter action, and the kickoff. Gateway not able to do a whole lot with the kickoffs here tonight, Sean. That was certainly an emphasis. John Ruane talked about it on the coaches show about the Warriors needing to respect the Gateway return game and their special teams game, and so far so good here for PT tonight.
Yeah, you definitely want to stay in your lane, stay disciplined. Don't want to let up the big plays. You know, if you try to squeeze down inside real quick to grab him, he's going to bounce it outside. So you want to stay in your lane, keep everybody on the same page, and the Warriors have done that all night.
Lisbon with an interception to set up his touchdown on a pass play out of the backfield. And now it is Venanzio. Not fooled is Penn Trafford's Dylan Schmidt.
Schmidt with a great job there on the zone read. He's seen quarterback keeping the whole time. They did a stunt there. And he came right for the quarterback, and a nice job. Kept his read and made the play. 2nd and 14.
You're right, too. Schmidt had his head up and read that perfectly. He noticed Davis didn't have the ball and went right after Venanzio. 2nd down and 14 for the senior quarterback, Bryson Venanzio. Behind the sticks again. Gateway's been playing a lot behind the sticks tonight. And here's a quick pass out into the near side, and with the football is Thomas. And Thomas will get tackled after a short gain. Considering it was 2nd down and long, he will, pick up about 6 yards or so up to the 34-yard line. Maybe give him 7, but on a 2nd down and long, Penn Trafford will kind of take that.
Yeah, good job by Mason Fry there. Came up, got blocked initially, but was able to, jump back, get off the block, come up, and end up finishing with the tackle. He let the cavalry come behind him, but a good job by the Fries tonight.
I'll give him about 5 yards, so we'll set up a 3rd down and 9. Venanzio takes the snap, play fakes, going to throw, passes tipped, intercepted! Passes intercepted! And going back with the football is Cole DiFilippo for the touchdown!
Big tip there, defensive line getting their hands up. It looked like number 51, Derek Sutherland, with his hands up there, tipped it up in the air. DiFilippo with a great play. Here's the replay.
5th interception of the night for Penn Trafford.
Missed the read. No, that was Cheplik, got his big paws up there, tipped it up, and DiFilippo gets it in. 28-7 Warriors with the kick.
And you mentioned it, Sean. DiFilippo will get credited for the pick 6 there, but if it wasn't for Cheplik, it wouldn't have happened.
Cheplik having a nice game tonight.
Schlesinger having a nice night as well. He's perfect. With 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, Penn Trafford out to a 28-7 lead on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Penn Trafford Athletic Department is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast on Westmoreland Sports Network. Warrior Athletics, providing an athletic program that extends the learning experience beyond the classroom.
Hi, I'm Renee Martz. I'm the athletics secretary here at Penn Trafford High School, and I'm wishing our Warriors good luck. Go Warriors!
Need to see a physician on the weekend? Excella Health Primary Care Weekends offer convenient medical care when your doctor isn't available. For minor illnesses and injury, Excella Health Primary Care Weekends. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday and Sunday in Latrobe Hospital, Excella Square at Norwin, and newest location in Greensburg, behind Westmoreland Hospital. Walk in or make an appointment. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org, search Weekend.
A raucous Warrior Stadium as we welcome you back on the Westmoreland Sports Network to Westmoreland County football. And the Gators, as the ball is taken and down there inside their own territory. And Penn Trafford with 5 interceptions here tonight, Sean.
Yeah, just a great game defensively. After letting up a score on the first play of the game for the Gators, Derek Davis with a big run down the sideline. That's been it tonight. The Warriors have come out and stoned them since. And, coming into this game, Gateway held a 11-9 series lead over Penn Trafford. Warriors looking like they're going to get it to 11-10. What a rivalry this is.
Yeah, I mean,
the old Victory Bell.
We talked about the thrilling win, that 16-14 win in 2011. How about the time that a young quarterback by the name of Brett LaFoon, yep, everybody knows him, but he was only a sophomore when he led Penn Trafford to a victory at Gateway a few years after that 2011 team, as Davis will pick up a first down on a screen pass.
And going back to that 2011 when the Warriors won that 16-14 game, they were undefeated, played them at Hempfield in the playoffs. Gateway won 41-7.
Yeah, they won going away.
Yep, just like 2 years ago. It looks like Derek Davis down right now.
Oh boy,
that's not good.
Check on Davis here as we take a look at the replay, see if he got tangled up or maybe just cramping here. DeFilippo had his hand on him, and he was hit in the right leg by Fry.
Yeah, Fry came in there.
Nate Fry.
Put it right on the hip.
Derek Davis taking up on the
But yeah, going back to that, you know, that game, they won in the playoffs just like 2 years ago. The Warriors won big here at home, played them in the championship, and Gateway was able to get the victory.
Yep.
Just a back and forth series, back and forth rivalry. It's what you want for two neighboring schools.
That year I was talking about Laffoon. That probably was one of the top 3 games I ever got a chance to broadcast. It was just incredible because Penn Trafford was a fairly big underdog. Laffoon was only a sophomore then, and he went into the swamp at Gateway and led Penn Trafford to a comeback win. He threw a last-second touchdown pass to John Guzik. PT was down by 1. They went for 2, and I believe it was Devin Austin who caught the conversion pass to put PT ahead, and they end up winning the game. It was just an incredible, incredible game. And as Sean mentioned, PT beating Gateway in the regular season a couple years ago, then losing in the championship. And who knows? Battle of the Bell tonight looks like it's going to go Penn Trafford's way, but these two teams, I just have a feeling, might see each other again in the playoffs and perhaps at Heinz Field. But, or I'm sorry, no, not Heinz Field this year, at Norwin, right?
Norwin
That's
this
where
year,
5A is this year, yeah. Davis will get to his feet. Looks like being helped off gingerly there by
glad to see him up
by his teammate Taylor.
But yeah, this won't be the last. You will hear the Gators. They'll bounce back. They'll be ready to go, and just like 2 years ago, they'll be back, and the Warriors will see them again.
Davis going to go take a seat on the bench. Gateway does have a first down, but the clock's against them. Just 5:35 remaining. They're down by 3 scores. But look at this, a good gain there, crossing midfield. The one thing you just don't want to do if you're Penn Trafford here, you'll even give up probably plays like that. Just don't give up a quick strike, right, Sean?
Right, yeah. Make them work some clock to get that. But a bigger thing from the Warriors tonight is, you know, coming in, you knew the Gateway had a lot of athletic players. They're fast, athletic, but I'll tell you what, the Warriors are matching that on the defensive side of the ball. Very fast, very athletic, and playing real well tonight.
Pass rush has been very good, too. Jay Johnson was the receiver there on that play. The running back able to pick up good yardage, too. The Penn Trafford 49-yard line. Venanzio takes the snap. He's straight back. I'm sorry, this is actually not Venanzio in the game right now. This is Carson Engleka, the sophomore at quarterback right now for the Gators. 4-yard pickup off the right side there.
I think with some of the decision-making and interceptions. Yeah, with some of the decision-making, I think that might have been the end of the night for...
Yeah, Bryson Venanzio.
Yep.
It is pronounced Carson Engelke. 2nd down and 6 from the Penn Trafford 46. And we have whistles. You know, the one thing about timeout called by Gateway, we'll keep it here. The one thing you can say, Sean, about Bryson Venanzio, this was only his 2nd start in a Gateway uniform.
Right.
So I have a feeling when and if Penn Trafford plays them again, he's probably not going to be the same quarterback that you saw early in the season. Not saying you still can't come out on the positive end of it if you're Penn Trafford, but he's going to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll get better as weeks go on. You know, he was the guy that came in last year. He sat, he learned the system. You know, he had a rough outing. I mean, this is not an easy team he went against here tonight. You know, the Warriors, you know, they're number 1 in the WPIAL, and the Warriors are number 3. You know, this is a top team, and you may see the Warriors in the top spot in the WPIAL next week, you know, after this victory. Who knows in the state, but the Warriors have really come out tonight and really just beat the Gators at their own game. Fast, athletic, physical, and they played very well.
So 2nd down and 6. Engelke just tried to shuffle that out of there, and Thomas not able to catch it. And Penn Trafford player, I think, was just upset with himself. That was Chase Burke. Maybe he thought he could have had interception there.
Yeah. The Warriors do a great job at film study, knowing their opponent, going out and making, the right reads and the right setting it up during the week, so when they come out on game night, it just flows.
Derry was up on Freeport 35-14. It's now 35-27 with 2:48 left in the fourth quarter. Derry, of course, played in the Whitfield Championship last year, but they had to go to overtime to beat Freeport a season ago. Speaking of overtime, as a good carry here for number 37, Jay Johnson, 5'11", 210-pounder. Greensburg-Salem wins in overtime against Trinity, 19-13.
Big win for the Lions there.
Yeah. Franklin Regional beats Plum 42-14. Same score, Pine Richland 42-14 over Hempfield. Penn Hills 41, Latrobe 14. Quick hitter on first down, Penn Trafford limiting the running back to 4. That was Johnson again.
This is what we were talking about earlier in the series. If they're going to get into the end zone, make them work, use clock to get there. Don't want to give up the big quick strike.
Carson Engelke, 5'11", sophomore. He's a 180-pounder. Working from the shotgun with Johnson to his left. Engelke will hand it off to Johnson. Has some room off the right side, and then he's grabbed from behind as Burke will make the tackle. Picks up a first down, but Penn Trafford, again, just make them go the length of the field at this point. You just don't want to give up anything quick.
Right.
Talked to John Ruane about the versatility of Chase Burke and the importance of him on this defense, because one of the spots where Penn Trafford was less experienced this year, it was at linebacker with Nico Rosso graduating, and Burke, he's an undersized kid, but man, he's all over the field.
Yeah, the linebackers have really stepped up and played well tonight with Burke. Finelli's had a great game, both on offense and defense.
Burke was in there again, I think, along with Sam Finelli.
DeFilippo with another solid game. He's been solid, the last couple seasons. Just a very, very stout defensive unit for the Warriors.
Everybody always wants to talk about offense, but the PT defense rose to the enormous challenge tonight for sure. Engelke over the middle. Pass is going to be ripped out of there.
Lisbon.
Who's that guy? Has he played it all tonight?
Yeah.
Must have just got on the field there.
Very nice play, ripping that ball out late, setting up a 3rd and long.
From a good player too, Flamina Brown, and Lisbon lost his shoe.
Even took him out of his shoe.
Maybe he didn't even have his shoe on when he made the play. Who knows? Looks like it's still on there. He could play in socks tonight. I think he could still be all right.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 interceptions for Lisbon defensively, and now a pass breakup. Not a real conventional one there either. That was a great play. And now here's a pass to the left side, overshooting his receiver, Engelke, looking for Thomas, who's been heavily involved in the offense tonight. 4th down and 9, 2:41 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Battle of the Bell. Bell last year was at Gateway, of course. Now, if they meet in the playoffs, they don't get the bell back, do they? Whoever wins? I don't think so.
I think it's just a regular season.
It's just a regular season thing, yeah. It's like WWF. Is it a title match or is it a non-title match?
Right.
4th down and 9. Engelke throws, passes deflected, and to the turf it goes.
Just another good job. The defensive line have had their hands up all night.
Derek Sutherland.
Making it hard for those screen passes to get through.
Sutherland knocking it down. Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll be Penn Trafford football with 2:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter, up by 3.
Just what a great job by the defense tonight. They let up a touchdown on the first play for Gateway, and they bounced back with a shutout the rest of the way. They've looked good all night. Just a great job by the defensive unit. Defensive coach is just leaving the upper deck here in the skybox.
That's a great feeling when you can leave with 2:35 on the clock.
Yep.
Chase Burke on the field right now for Penn Trafford. Handoff to the right side, and that will go to Finelli. As I would imagine Lisbon's day is probably done unless PT goes back on defense. How about this game, Sean? Defensive struggle But if you like old-time football, Central Catholic beat Seneca Valley 10-7.
Wow.
So tight game there, but Seneca Valley, they've had some really good teams the last few years.
Yeah. Don Hall got it rolling.
Yeah.
Up at Seneca Valley, he left. They kept it going, and then Don has, made his mark here at Gateway as well.
Second down and 7. Finelli again. Nice cut by Finelli. And he's tackled by Aiden Smith after picking up about 4 over the 25-yard line up to around the 27.
He has such good, quick feet. He's seen that defensive lineman penetrate, and he was able to put the brakes on, cut it back, and get to decent gain and get it to 3rd and 3. Just a nice job, solid job by the Warrior offensive line tonight. They had their battles. They had some tough plays, but they bounced back and really turned it on in the second half.
3rd down and 3. Hard count by Dunlap, and Gateway moving.
That'll do it. I can see a couple knees here, and that'll be it.
Mount Pleasant up 48-34. Jake Johnson, 4 touchdowns.
We're going to have a lot to talk about on Wednesday.
Yes, we will. Don't forget Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday here on WSN. Gabe Dunlap telling Dylan Schmidt, get that snap to me, buddy. I'll just take an easy knee. Now he's telling him, you can give me it. And he says, thank you very much, Dylan Schmidt. Well, the Penn Trafford faithful making some noise right now. A huge crowd on hand. A ton of Penn Trafford people, a ton of Gateway people. Student section getting ready to whoop it up.
Big victory for the Warriors. Get the bell back in the athletic department.
10 seconds on the clock. The countdown is on. The Penn Trafford Warriors are bringing the bell back to Penn Trafford as they knock off the #1 team in the state, the Gateway Gators, by the final score of 28-7. Wow, what a win for PT. And Sean, you mentioned it did not look good early with Gateway scoring on their first offensive play. Derek Davis went 66 yards, but you have to give so much credit to this Penn Trafford defense. They didn't hang their heads after that, and they were able to bottle him up the rest of the game.
They did exactly what you want as a coordinator, that you got to have a short memory. You have to bounce back. You can't let it affect you. You just have to keep playing. There's 150 to 160 plays in a game. A couple of them are going to be bad. You have to win more plays than the other, and the Warrior defense did that tonight.
Final score for this one, a big one in Class 5A. Penn Trafford wins it 28-7. We will take a timeout, and we will rejoin you for our post-game show. Don't go away. We will have it for you in a matter of moments, but let's first take a look at the bell. Penn Trafford does this after every game, and they're celebrating a little extra here tonight.
Great feeling. I remember doing that myself. Just a great feeling.
When did that bell tradition start, Sean?
That bell's been here for years, long time. Yeah, the victory bell, the little tiny bell for this rivalry, that came in. They brought that back about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. But the big bell, that's been here since the 70s. That goes way back.
Josh Chepelik still has enough energy, has enough adrenaline to ring that thing.
It's great, and back in the day, we used to ring that during school. You could hear it all through the school.
Nice. That is tremendous. All right, we'll be back for the post-game show. We'll show you what you may have missed. And again, we want to remind you that if you did miss any of the game and want to watch back to it, it will be archived in its entirety once the post-game show has ended. 28-7 PT over Gateway. Back for the post-game after this.
The power of Bowser just got more powerful. Introducing Bowser Chevrolet, now in Monroeville and Beaver Falls. Shop our huge selection of new and pre-owned cars. Save time and money. Put Bowser Chevrolet to work for you. Get the best price on a new Chevy up front and guaranteed. Before you buy anywhere else, get to Bowser Chevrolet in Monroeville and Beaver Falls.
That's the power of Bowser.
The Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is proud to announce the opening of their new banquet facility. It's perfect for sports banquets, Christmas parties, and weddings. This new facility can hold up to 180 people, so if you have an event coming up, Manor Valley Golf Course can host it. Golfers, they specialize in league play, fundraising outings, and have great membership rates. Give them a call at 724-744-4242 or online at manorvalleygc.com.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors!
This is Ted Kopus. It is a privilege and an honor to be your county commissioner. Together, we have made tremendous progress to make Westmoreland County a better place. We've expanded business opportunities to grow our economy. We've made real, measurable progress in the fight against the opioid epidemic. And I've honored my commitment to care for our seniors and advocate for those with special needs. We've done all this without ever raising taxes. I ask for your vote so we can continue making Westmoreland County a great place for all of our families.
Paid for by Committee for Kopus. Visit tedkopus.com.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you save for your Ultra HD flat screen, just in time for football season. And the overtime you worked for that third car, so your teen can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Alex Hetrick sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Alex understands what your things really mean to you. Talk to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today.
I'm running back Caleb Lisbon, and this is PT Football on Westmoreland Sports Network.
Celebration is on for Penn Trafford as the Warriors defeat Gateway 28-7. We welcome you back to the Westmoreland Sports Network postgame show. And yes, your eyes don't deceive you. That is John Ruane with a boot on his right foot on crutches. We have no idea what happened. In the first half, he was fine. Now, this wasn't from the celebration right after the game was over, because that would have been a quick crutch and boot job. But we have a replay here while we were on break. Here's Coach Ruane standing, addressing his team. He's walking over here. Now watch what happens, what he does with the crutches. There he is. And woo! I don't need these things. And then, good shot, Dustin, by the way. Yep. And then what we didn't need was after he talked to his team and was like, all right, blah, 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 and the team started walking away. He's like, all right, where are my crutches at? I can't walk. Oh, man. So, in all seriousness, we hope he's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough night for the coach as well.
If there's one guy to get injured, I guess it would be the coach, right? I mean, it's okay. We care about John, but as long as it's not a player,
right?
You know, I think he'll take that. So he's with his family there. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a little bit of pain, but you know, he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
He'll play through it. He'll be back ready to go tomorrow for sure.
We needed like a sideline cam to see what the heck happened to him. So, well, anyway, I'm sure he'll feel very good tonight, and then maybe tomorrow he won't feel as good. But this was such a huge win for Penn Trafford. We're going to take a look back at the scoring plays as well, and we're also going to be naming our Dom's Pizzeria player of the game too here in just a few minutes. But again, the defense was just tremendous. Other than the first play, they were in the backfield. They kept Gateway behind the sticks. The Gators did convert some third down, Sean, in the first half. But Penn Trafford did a good job of bending and not breaking a little bit in the first half. But in the second half, man, they were tremendous. They were opportunistic with the interceptions. They got some good pass rush. They weren't fooled. They played good disciplined football, I thought, defensively.
Absolutely. In the second half, you could tell, at halftime they went in, they made some key adjustments, and the adjustments that they did paid off. I mean, they came out, they played great defensively. They forced turnovers, on the first possession. Then they forced the punt, then another interception. They forced those turnovers. It was able to get the offense going and keep them in the game, and then, eventually they wore them down and took over. Just a good job all the way around, coaching staff, players, everyone, for the Warriors.
28-7 the final score, PT over Gateway, and we'll take a look back at the scoring summary. Again, as we mentioned, Penn Trafford got the ball first, couldn't punch it in the end zone. Gateway then got it back, and this was the first offensive play of the game for the Gateway Gators. It was Derek Davis, 66 yards for a touchdown to put the Gators up 7-0. Jenkins with the extra point. You'll see him slip a tackle there. There weren't many missed tackles tonight from Penn Trafford, but that one was there, and the Gators up early with 9:07 remaining in the first period. Again, 7-0. About 4 minutes later, though, Penn Trafford got on the board thanks to Gabe Dunlap. This was a 3-yard run you'll see here on the touchdown, but it was really Dunlap running all the way in that drive. He picked up a big third down as well with his legs, and then he is able to cap it off with a touchdown. Gabe Dunlap runs it in from 3 yards out, and that makes it a 7-7 score. And that was with 5:01 remaining in the first quarter. And there was no scoring in the second quarter, so we went into halftime with it a 7-7 score. However, the one play that Penn Trafford left out on the field, now they won by 3 scores, but that was right before the end of the first half. Gabe Dunlap on a 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line, fumbled after the snap from Schmidt a little bit to his right there, kind of threw off the timing of the play. The ball comes out, and Gateway ends up recovering it. Did not end up hurting Penn Trafford, but an opportunity lost at least there for the Warriors. So it was 7-7 at halftime. Going into the third quarter, the Warriors and Gators would exchange hands with the football a few times. There was 2 turnovers actually by Gateway, and we'll take a look at the first turnover here, Sean. And what a stick this was by Fry.
Just a beautiful play by Fry. He comes up, seen it the whole way. The blocker didn't get a hand on him at all, and he broke free. Just a textbook tackle, just what you teach. Perfect. Warriors get the fumble.
Warriors got the ball, did not score. Gateway gets the ball back, and Penn Trafford is able to score here after the interception. We'll take a look at the interception first, as Gateway had it at the PT 28-yard line, and Venanzio steps into one down the seam, read perfectly by Caleb Lisbon, who intercepts the pass and runs it back to around midfield. He got shaken up a bit on the play, but he was fine. He came right back into the game, as you'll see Lisbon on the return here. And then on a third down play from the 34-yard line, a 3rd down and 9, it was this pass from Dunlap to Carr. Carr had come in at quarterback for a couple plays, and then Dunlap came in to replace him, and then Gabe threw it to Ethan for a 34-yard strike. Schlesinger's extra point was good. It was 14-7 Penn Trafford. And Dunlap also, Sean, something we didn't mention, he got away from Famina Brown there very nicely too.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Just didn't see it, didn't have anything, stepped up and made a good throw to Carr. I can bet tomorrow Carr will hear something about not tucking the ball away, because right away he's holding the ball out there as soon as he caught it. But a nice play by Dunlap. Previous series he had an interception. He comes back, he bounces back, makes that throw to Carr.
There's a little bit of a bump there, too, before Carr caught it. Zach Smith was on the coverage there. But Penn Trafford would lead at the 150 mark of the third quarter, 14-7, and that would be the score after 3 quarters. Penn Trafford, just for fun, got another interception, and it was a case of turnovers for Gateway that really hurt them tonight for sure, but Penn Trafford was able to force them as well. 3 down linemen, but they were still able to get a nice push That's all there was, and John Ruane talked about how important that would be to be able to drop guys back. Josh Cheplik came with the initial pressure there. He was hit as he threw Venenzio, and the pass intercepted one more time by Caleb Lisbon, and Lisbon come away with the pick, and that helped set up Penn Trafford's third touchdown of the day. This was also on a third down as well at the 7:23 mark of the fourth quarter. And it was Dunlap to Lisbon on a little swing pass. They were running that motion a lot tonight, Sean. They hadn't thrown it to Lisbon at all, but this time they did.
It's a good motion to get, Gateway playing a lot of man-to-man coverage, cover zero. Nobody went with them, and whoever did go with were late getting to him, and he had all kinds of space, just a good play. You can see him trying to bump a little bit, but that's too much room for somebody like Lisbon. He broke free and got to the end zone.
Schlesinger with the extra point, 21-7 the score, and the Warriors would end their scoring with a pick six. And we'll see it right here. Venenzio late in the fourth quarter with a little play fake. Ball was tipped up in the air, and DeFilippo put a big exclamation point on this game by running it back for a touchdown. And Penn Trafford wins it by the final score of 28-7. And
Cheplik with a great play getting off the ball there. Just made a nice move to get the tip.
And he was just so good tonight in so many ways. Josh Cheplik was on the defensive side of the ball. Such a valuable player. 28-7 the final score. Penn Trafford is, really feeling it after tonight. They travel to Connellsville next week and then host McKeesport 2 weeks from tonight. So they're going to go up against a Connellsville team coached by a former Penn Trafford player. They're going to go there and continue to try to bring that momentum from this game. Don't be sloppy, and they're going to play a team in Connellsville that's, Penn Trafford usually does handle, to be quite frank about it. We'll see what happens next Friday, but then they play McKeesport 2 weeks from tonight here at home. So that certainly will be another big game. It's always a big game against McKeesport, too.
Yeah, McKeesport, that's always a tough one the last couple of years out at McKeesport. Those games have been wars both years, coming up on the short end 2 years ago. But last year getting the victory in a tough, hard-fought game. Dunlap again had another tough game, running the football and getting the tough yards. He comes up big in these big games. He's a tough, durable quarterback that can throw the ball, but he's a hell of a runner and does a great job.
So that's the Warriors' next opponent. You can listen to the game from Connellsville next week here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, and then you can watch PT and McKeesport coming up 2 weeks from tonight. It is time to pick our Dom's Pizzeria player of the game. Dom's Pizzeria on Cabot Avenue in Trafford, voted best pizza in all of Westmoreland County once again. And I can double down on that because Dom's Pizzeria is tremendous. Dom's actually had pizza in the press box tonight. They had not only pizza, but they had some buffalo chicken tenders, boneless wings, I guess, with some sauces on the side. I was excellent.
Yeah.
The pepperoni's always nice and crispy.
Yep. I went down to halftime. There was none left.
I didn't think so.
It was finished. Everything was gone, just the way it should be.
That's right. We were here early, so we got first dibs, all of us, and that's why I can't lose weight, because of Dom's Pizza, among other places. But Dom's is great. 372-DOMS, 412-372-DOMS to place your order. Our player of the game will receive a free pizza from Dom's Pizzeria. And I know, Sean, that one of the things that we do when we give away our Dom's Pizzeria player of the game, we just anticipate that a guy like Caleb Lisbon could win it every week. So we try to pick some other guys. I don't know how you could give it to another guy tonight. Lisbon had 3 interceptions plus a touchdown offensively. Yes, it was a team effort. Don't get me wrong. I think Josh
Cheplik's another. Yeah.
Could have won it tonight as well. But I think it's hard not to give it to Caleb Lisbon.
Yeah, you have to. Just the effort that he gave tonight, the interceptions, what he did on offense. He didn't have his normal night offensively, but he hung in there, and then he finished the game off with a big touchdown.
Yep, and I think how important the defensive play was tonight for Penn Trafford. I think you got to give the Dom's Pizzeria player of the game to Caleb Lisbon. So congratulations to Caleb, and again, congratulations as well to Josh Cheplik for a terrific game too here tonight for Penn Trafford. It was seriously a team effort. Just to pass along some quick scores for you here before we sign off on the evening. Let's take a look. Derry does hold on to beat Freeport 35-27. 9 minutes left in the fourth. Mount Pleasant 41-20 over Hopewell. I guess that was like 20 minutes ago. Central Catholic beat Seneca Valley 10-7. And North Allegheny 42-0 over Norwin, final score. In overtime, Greensburg-Salem 19-13 over Trinity. Franklin Regional beats Plum 42-14. Pine Richland over Hempfield 42-14. Penn Hills 41, Latrobe 14. And those are the scores we have to pass along to you. Thanks so much to our staff for tweeting out scores throughout the night. Don't forget, every Friday night you can log on to our Twitter account and check scores out throughout the evening for Westmoreland County games. Also, thank you so much to D&D as well, Dave and Dustin. What's the matter with you? You're the only one that starts with a different letter than D, Sean.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. What's going on?
I need to get Sean back on Wednesday.
Yeah, Sean and Sean Myers, so we can join you for Westmoreland on the Gridiron. That'll be coming up this Wednesday, and we'll have more high school football next Friday, and be checking our website throughout the week, our Westmoreland Sports Notebooks every Monday. Our Westmoreland Q&A is starting this Tuesday, so we have a ton of stuff on the site day after day to keep you up to date on Westmoreland County happenings. Once again, the final score, Penn Trafford 28, Gateway 7. You've been watching Westmoreland County High School football from Warrior Stadium right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. For Sean, Dave, and Dustin, I'm Dan. We'll talk to you again next Friday night.